Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna put it on the TV.
Oh, you can do double.
Nah, we're just gonna
Are you just gonna let the camera roll?
Yeah.
Run? Okay, got you. Never mind.
Yeah, what up, y'all?
You know what you're doing. I hate how the draft start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
That's. I would think 9 o'clock would be better. Ain't shit going on today.
Yeah,
They always make sure it's on a day that ain't shit going on. Them kids gonna stay up regardless. Shit.
What up? We still waiting on Shelton. FIFO's gonna be here. I think Manny and Q will be on the Zoom.
Don't let Manny in. We don't need to see Manny tonight. I'm not trying to hear his leg. He a spoiled ass nigga. Y'all wonder why I root for the Knicks. It's because I like to go through hardship with some franchise. I like the relief of hardship. The Lakers ain't. It's been a hell of a lifetime to be a Lakers fan. To be a Lakers fan is a hell of a lifetime.
Yep.
There's at no point in time that you were not happy to be a Lakers fan.
What was this?
That's the nigga from Blackish.
Oh. Well, we already know he going number one.
Yeah, they been said that shit.
Yep. I gotta get another one.
Unless they saying that to throw everybody off. He'll be salty as hell. Actually, no, he wouldn't rather go to Houston. Shit.
They got the second pick? Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why.
I got the draft order.
I forgot.
The draft, yeah, Houston second, Cleveland. Cleveland been in. They need to give up their first round picks, man.
Keep picking guys like Harlan and Sexton and Garland and Sexton shit. MPJ was right there.
They only know how to pick guards. They do actually pick good guards. If you want to keep it a bean.
Yeah.
They just can't draft nowhere else outside of LeBron James.
Still setting up, y'all. The draft time threw me off a little bit. And we got some people recording here, so.
I ain't know Kate Cunningham mama was white.
It's a lot of them like that, man.
Boy, that's the NBA these days, boy. They
trying to get in, man.
Hey,
they trying to get in.
LeVar got the formula, bro. He been trying to give the black man the formula. He like, look, get you a tall white woman, and you gonna be all right. She ain't gonna give you no lip, and she gonna give you some successful babies. You either gonna get a Barack or a LaMelo. You're good on either side.
She got a dark brother too.
They always do them. Shoot. Dark skinned niggas love a white woman. That's unfortunate. Latte. That chamomile tea. B out. He drunk somewhere at a outdoor bar because he's respecting COVID.
We've been talking about goddamn Kay Cunningham all season long.
I think this FIFO for Shelton. Oh, FIFO ain't gonna be here then. He gonna miss the whole draft. I was looking at some Kay Cunningham highlights. He nice. He No, he remind me of, so I ain't gonna say that. I was Jalen Green remind me of Grant Hill.
Oh, okay. Check.
They got Big Sean ass too.
Oh Lord.
Hey, if he come and pick him up in that little jet or plane he in, hey, that's some player shit.
Yeah, no, it is. Why do they get tricked?
that's for the off the field shit.
Yeah, they damn sure could get worse.
Big Sean is the on court presence. Trick off the field. What's up, Sheldon? Now, to me, Kay Cunningham, like, he's a more athletic Chauncey Billups. That's what
okay.
I'm like.
All right, I just
because his
what's in the cup? Because I'm about to go give me.
It's a little greasy. I'm trying to be polite tonight. I said a more athletic Chauncey Billups. The poise. The shooting, the ball handling.
Okay.
He can dunk his shit. Yeah, we live right now. Is your shirt supposed to be like you're black? He says you're what? You got something on the back?
No, just your. People don't know how to spell. You know, we be sending the messages and just say your, and it be YOUR, and it's supposed to be you are your. This for them.
I don't. No one's gonna get that, bro. You might as well say that shirt says. That shirt might as well say you were black.
Because I wore it yesterday, and they got it.
Who got it?
I ain't wear it yesterday, but I did wear it the other day, and they got it.
It was yesterday. He over here lying.
No, I would wear it 2 days in a row. It don't matter to me now. They called me the grammar police, so yeah.
I will say this: ESPN's HR team. I don't know how they do it. Oh Lord, the baddest biddies in the business.
Yeah, Malika is that queen bee.
They got Maria Taylor. They got another one right behind her.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn. Shout out to Maria Taylor though. She was. You see her on Instagram. She was shitting on motherfuckers.
She was.
Ever since the ink dried on that NBC contract, she was like, all right, look.
That deal was already done.
If you a black woman, you fire. Don't let these white bitches tell you shit.
That thing was already done. Hey, BL, you got it, didn't you? BL, did you get it?
Don't nobody else get it until you explain it, bro. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Oblivion Radio, you got it. He got it. Okay, Michael, a little loud. Yeah, Malika up there.
His daughter is so nonchalant on the best day of her daddy life. That's innocence right
That's
there.
him though. He like that too though. He's just a mellow dude.
I say shit. At least be jumping. At least Steph Curry daughter kids, they be jumping up and down and this motherfucker bored. She bored as hell. Hey.
She don't get
your daddy just got you now can go to a good private college.
She don't know none of that.
Ah shit. He talking shit. He talking shit already. All right. K Cunningham. I'm about to do the song BUST bus. Like nah.
He put his shades on.
He put his shades on talking shit like, yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm the number one boy here today.
Don't do it, man. Come on.
It's over. Nah.
It's a rap.
Nah.
Come on.
Exactly. Boy, they got Jalen Rose. Oh, he gonna get wet tonight.
Connor, no, you're not the only one paying attention to the MLB trade deadline. I see them making a lot of moves. So I'm paying attention to it a little bit.
Talk like you had an accent. I'm really happy to be here.
They said man.
We them boys with the super chat said Detroit is moving up. What up, we them boys?
Y'all be quick to say shit about teams that just are possibly making good choices. Let's see Detroit in the playoffs. Then we can say they moving up.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like they just picked. They just got the number one nigga because they was that shitty. All right. Apparently they ain't do shit last year.
Yeah. I like him though. I really like Cade Cunningham. I watched him. I was talking. FIFA was talking about Jalen Green and how he thought Jalen Green was a little better.
Jalen Green's a little bit better as far as athletically. Like I think Jalen Green's more like a young Grant Hill. Than whoever said Cade Cunningham.
That's crazy, Connor.
That's that Anaconda snakeskin suit he got on.
It didn't run fast enough that day. Dang, that's crazy.
The pick is already in shit, I guess.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm used to the NFL draft and how long they take.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quick. Jalen Green. Ooh.
All right.
Mr. Iceman. That's what you do, Jalen. You let your clothes speak louder than you.
He gonna get a shampoo deal right after.
It's gonna be him, Troy Polamalu, and Patty.
I just realized that they are actually in person. Okay. Who drafting Delta?
Oh yeah, if you in Houston, you gonna get
man. I'm telling you,
Travis Scott gonna get it to you first.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of mess with it though.
My
I
nigga
kind of
walking
mess
like a
with it.
bad bitch in the club. He said, "You gonna see this soon." Look at him. He took the long way. They got a shortcut. He took the long way.
The little light wave.
Them pants is that's like a Jackson 5 outfit.
Yeah, no, it does.
That's a retro
With the hair and everything.
They ain't Silver. Silver what, about 6'5"?
That's it. Silver at least 6'4", cause that nigga Jalen Green like 6 something.
He 6'6".
He's like, yeah, look, nigga, I look at you in the eye, motherfucker. Don't fuck up in the league.
He can do it. Who's the old commissioner? Yeah, David Stern. You can look at the David Stern.
Yeah, he was in the G League. I didn't know he was in the G League. That's why.
We talked about that.
That's another plus for me. Like he been playing with grown men. Kay Cunningham over here just bullying schoolyard boys.
He said, "I'll learn how to handle my money." That's what's up. Oh.
Look at him. He a wiry ass dude. Don't he like a Tayshaun Prince, Grant Hill?
So the Rockets got him, huh?
Mm-hmm. I thought the Rockets was gonna get Evan Mobley.
It's still weird to see Kobe highlights tonight. This nigga gone.
It don't even feel right. I was trying to see when I joined Dead End Sports, and I did. I think my first or second show was the Kobe.
Oh, Manny's here.
So that's how I know.
Let me adjust the stream. Oh, you know what he followed him.
He already got 1 million Instagram followers?
I would see that.
That's crazy. You know, I don't even respect you as a upcoming phenom if you don't got 1 million Instagram followers. Yeah. Like before
that's part
before
of
you,
it.
yeah, like you gotta, motherfuckers gotta see you.
All right, I gotta fix this.
But it's probably hella bots in their little program. They probably ain't got them niggas ain't got no 1 million followers. It's probably, them bots is all over them. They paying for them. They paying for them followers.
Hey Manny, hold tight. I gotta fix the audio so you can hear it.
I didn't know Orlando had two first round picks.
Adrian, if I missed your super chat, Adrian Wells, send it again if I missed your super chat because I don't see it. Oh no, I got it. I'm sorry. You said they can't hear us?
No, Manny, he fixing Manny shit.
I'm sorry, I just saw it, Adrian. So forgive me. We got a super chat from Adrian Wells. Adrian, what's happening? We appreciate the love. He said, the Brody to L.A. Welcome back home, Russ. Let's go. I was gonna wait on Manny to come in to let him give his thoughts on that trade.
We don't need to hear that nigga thoughts on that trade. he crying for no reason.
I agree.
Who cry about a nigga that averaged a triple double?
A triple double,
and not no bullshit triple double
because of what he had to give up.
Nah, I'm hearing my grievance first.
Yeah.
Man, you a spoiled ass nigga.
Yeah,
all right? Laker fans are the most spoilest sports fans ever, bro.
Let's see if Manny done switch
it up.
And
I know I made up a word.
He'll switch it up now. Let's see if he switch it up.
Hold on. I gotta fix it because we were using the TV.
He crying about Russ. Russ as his third option. Fuck out of here.
Gotta get a speaker.
I be crying more about Chris Paul. Yeah. His cursed ass.
Yeah.
Hey, that's crazy. LeBron did not want Chris Paul. That nigga said, "Stay your ass in that desert."
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be friends, but it's business.
It's business.
If you got to pick one of the two,
he said, "Keep your ass there with them State Farm commercials."
We can afford to fly to see each other every off
season. He said, "Yeah, we got all the summer vacations." He said, "You got more summer vacations than me, bro."
You know how you don't want to work with your girl? Like, hey, we need some time apart.
Yeah. Jalen Rose is sticking on to that youth as long as he can, boy. As long as that hairline fresh, he cool. And who he got? Who's that? His wife again? Molly. Oh yeah, he look. Hey, shout out to Jalen Rose. I nominate him. He's an annual nomination of nigga of the year. That nigga is winning. He cussed out Kendrick Perkins?
Yeah, hairline intact, cussed out Kendrick Perkins.
And you got Molly on your side.
Molly. Yeah, you can't,
Evan Mobley going, he going to Cleveland. Hey, bro, shit, start drinking now.
Yeah.
He going to get used to it later. It's cold as shit.
I thought Evan Mobley was gonna be in Houston for some reason. I mean, I didn't. Well, Jalen Green, I ain't knocking that pick at all. I just for some reason thought that they were gonna move down and get Evan Mobley instead.
I looked at his highlights. He's like a really good defensive player, but I got a little offensive game.
Yeah, he's gonna be smooth. He's gonna be a good player too. These guys, like I said, this draft is gonna be deep. He's gonna be.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be deep. I'm just saying it's right now it's real top heavy, honestly. You can tell about the suit's gonna get worse and worse. The deeper this draft. That's how you know these motherfuckers they reaching.
So that trade is official now
with the Russ to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, PQ, somebody say something.
All right. You can hear him?
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
For Kyle Kuzma.
Q, I know that's vodka in there, bro. You ain't got a lot of me or tequila at least. You over here drinking because of Philly.
We them boys with the super chat that said, we them boys was happening. Kuz too soft for the DMV. Oh, be on too now.
Yeah, he is.
Detroit ain't doing shit yet before the Knicks. That's all I'll say.
My man Tigolo was handing. Tigolo said, "Can we trade FIFO for some chicken and beer?" Terrence Dalbert, FIFO is on the way. Y'all can't hear Q?
Yeah, not yet.
Oh,
not yet.
he ain't done setting him up yet.
We getting the mic for him. I swear, a father don't smile more until he see his son in the NBA. Boy, that nigga be smiling. Hey, when they say black man don't smile, let that nigga's son be in the NBA. That nigga gonna be that nigga gonna be ear to ear. Especially if he in a good city. Yeah. Well, if Michael got drafted to the Lakers or Houston or Miami, we in there.
Some dads don't show up to the son turn 6'4".
I'm showing every game courtside.
6'4". Oh, yeah, that's my son.
I'm showing up courtside. What's crazy is that no matter what, no matter how much we evaluate these players or whatever, only 5 of them gonna be good. The rest is gonna be garbage.
Not this year. I don't think so.
The rest is gonna be garbage.
Yes, the Raptors should definitely get Suggs. Huh? You talking about the crap sheet? Yeah, it's definitely official right now. We're gonna get your take on that in 1 second when your mic get hot. Man. Hold on 1 second. He's setting you up now. Don't say it yet.
That's why we need these super chats. Need some more.
Yes, y'all. Hey, I don't know if y'all can hear Ken, but Ken said your super chats help us with getting the setup right, help us do everything that we're trying to do so we can give you more content on all platforms, from Dead End Hip Hop, Dead End Sports, frames per second. Is the mic still on?
I was about to say, don't forget.
Dead End Gaming. Oh, I was going to say,
he was about to say Black Korea, Black Korea, Black Korea.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is. We got green screen. Hey, Russ.
There we go. Can y'all hear him now?
It's about to be on.
They should be able to.
Oblivion said FIFO really the Kyrie of the show now.
Hell no.
Oh man. That's the quote of the night. I gotta let him know that.
Back. So yeah, Q, I think we can hear y'all now. Appreciate it.
Testing.
may have to adjust it a little bit, but we can hear you in the room and they can hear you on the chat. So I guess
the pick is in already for the Raptors. Now we running through this.
No, I haven't. But yeah, I know I can do that.
I'll do the intro after this pick.
Suggs.
Scotty
Barnes. That's not a bad pick though, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta watch.
Okay, the mock drafts are off.
He can hoop, bro.
He can hoop. He's a 6'8" point guard that plays defense.
Oh, just 7 foot point guards.
Yeah, he's that.
Nobody want to be a small point guard no more.
He's that. I love Scotty. I didn't know he'd be picked this high, but I love watching Scotty this year. It's Florida State's just deep.
Oh yeah, it's over.
It's a wrap, bro.
It's over. He's done.
Dancing already.
He's dancing too much.
Nah, Scotty.
That people look at his numbers and say, well, he only averaged 10 points a game. Well, that team was really deep, and they play. Florida State runs.
You making excuses
11,
already?
Deep.
He went to Toronto.
They got Shang-Chi already calling his ass.
Yeah, he went
out?
to Toronto.
Oh yeah, Ken. They said they can't hear us.
Okay.
They still can't hear them. I didn't think Barnes would go with Suggs. I don't know if
they don't
Suggs
need
would
Suggs
fit with the Magic. Yeah.
Hold tight. Q say something?
Yo, can you hear me?
It's right there. Keep talking.
Yo, 1, 2, 3.
That's better. That's louder. It's better.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah,
Everybody hear me?
Yeah, y'all mic hot.
Can you hear him now, Darryl?
Say that one more time.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, we live?
Yeah, mic hot.
All right, cool.
But Scotty played defense and he'll make plays.
They're saying it's live. It's just low.
Turn Q up a little bit. Can only hear the room. Not Q, Manny, or B.
I don't think B on you.
B ain't saying nothing. He crying right now.
I'm here. Why would we be crying?
I thought you was celebrating.
Yeah, he loud. He loud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, damn. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, well, yeah, people can hear y'all now. Cool.
Say something, Manny.
No, they said they can hear him now. Because, when they talk, yeah, that's them.
He said, what about Manny? Okay.
Manny the one crying in the room.
All right, so first let's let me do the intro. Hold on, let me turn that down. Oh, he cheesing, boy.
He cheats because he's standing right next to the. He's standing right next to the future.
Who was that chocolate thing next to him?
That's
Oh,
right.
come on now.
You talking about the one behind him or next to him? That's probably that's his siblings. I think.
How come he came out? What happened to him?
Damn.
Hey, if that's his sister, she a tall drink of chocolate milk.
Oh, I think that's Mama.
Yeah, it is his mama.
Yeah.
His sister posts you up, though.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
That's why
We
she's
can
sitting
play a
next to
little
him.
game of love and basketball. I'll play shirts. She can be skinned.
Yeah, because the sister and the mama definitely favor.
Yeah.
You saying they got different daddy? Hey, I'll play stepdaddy to a nigga in the league.
I'll be right there, too.
Hey, we going to Florida.
Son.
We going to Orlando, too.
Let's go, son.
Hey,
You know what's crazy? They're not showing any highlights, really.
No, they haven't.
I think
really
they probably
shown
will
that.
later. I
Yeah.
think they say that for Sports Center and shit.
But that ain't normally how it go. Normally, they showing you the pick in
Yep.
their
And
highlights while they playing. They showed no highlights for you to see what he
Now
can
they
do.
show some. They show.
Yeah, they
Jalen
did
Green.
a little bit.
Did they just now?
Hold on, Ken ain't do the.
All right, yeah, I'm about to do it. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, we got Nikki Duce,
What's going on? What's goody?
Shelton J.
What's the word, man? How y'all doing?
We got BZ430,
What up?
Q,
Yo, we here.
Manny. Oh, we got the fancy background. Look at him. There you go, boy. He the one with the Any Given Sunday in the background.
yeah.
And FIFO, he'll be here shortly, man. As you guys probably already know, we're just here covering the draft live. We're going through mostly the lottery picks. We'll definitely be on for that. And we're gonna carry this thing through, man. So, and then we're gonna get into some trade talk as well. Manny came in on his off day. Manny said he got to come in and talk about this shit. So we're gonna get to that.
We ain't asked for him to. He imposed himself on us because he over here spoiled. He acting like a spoiled brat.
Hey Manny, I don't know if you heard, but Russell Westbrook is being traded for Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, KCP, and a 2021 first round pick.
So hold tight, Manny. I want to actually jump to B first and get his take on Cade Cunningham being the number 1 overall pick. B has been talking about this all year long. Anytime Cade Cunningham came up, B was like, man, I hope Detroit get him. He would be perfect. B, your wish came true. I don't know what you did, bro. But, that voodoo doll must have worked.
Yeah, he sacrificed somebody's lamb.
He did.
Some goat is missing on the farm.
So, man, you the Detroit native on this show, man. So how you feel about the pick? It panned out. You happy?
Yeah. I'm definitely happy. Like I was saying, either Cade or Jalen Green. I would have been happy with either of those choices. I feel like Cade is going to fit well with what we have already with Hayes, with Bay, and with Stewart. Jeremy Grant. We got Jeremy Grant there. So I think he can be that perfect combo guard for us because I think Hayes is still going to be our primary ball distributor. But you can put Cade at that one position if needed. Whenever Hayes got some rest, he can play that off. He can play off the ball as well, along with Bay shooting the ball real well. If Sadiq Bay improves his shooting even more, and Cade already plays like the game is easy for him. So I think once he get a good NBA season, a few NBA seasons up under his belt, and if we put the right veteran pieces around us, I can see us being a contender in the next 3 to 4 seasons, man. Like I can definitely see us. I can see us probably barely missing the playoffs this year, and then maybe next year we might be like an 8 or 7 seed and getting that learning curve. And like I said, by like 3-4 seasons, I think we can definitely be a competitor in the East, man, and hopefully have a chance to get back into that winning ways, man. Because we need it bad in the city, man. We need somebody winning something for us, man. So. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us, man, with this pick. We finally did. We played it safe. We didn't do nothing stupid and extravagant. We didn't, I'm glad we played it safe. We got the right pick, and for what we had for the number 1 draft pick, first number 1 overall draft pick since 1970, we drafted Bob Lanier that year. My dad remembers that draft quite well. But yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy with the young pieces that we have, and I think it can fit well because they all play different positions and they have different play styles. So I'm interested to see what Dwayne Casey and GM Troy Mitchell do with these next few years.
All right, cool. Let me now this and the audio's jacked up some more. Hold on.
You coming in a little hot, Ken. You hot.
Okay, I'll back up. It's this.
Yeah, for real. You sound better right there.
Yeah, you sound better right
sound
there.
like Inspector Deck.
They're not showing any highlights. It's something to this because they're not showing.
They were showing highlights earlier.
And earlier they showed.
They showing Jalen Suggs' highlights right now. Hey, Houston
might be ahead
Houston
of us.
has 2 great.
How many point guards Orlando gonna get?
Yeah,
they do.
too many.
Q, I 100% agree, dude.
Somebody.
I cannot believe that for a half a year, Kevin Porter Jr. was just sitting in Cleveland and then the G League. I wanted the Sixers to pick him up so bad.
I bet you did.
I was like, bro, we need a creator so bad. And then I saw him go to Houston and get that 50 ball. I'm like, he ain't going nowhere. They just figured out they got a diamond and then put a guy like Green next to him. Dog, that's gonna be super tough. Like that might be on some like PG, you know what I mean? Some PG type game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree, man. Houston.
Congrats, B. Y'all back officially.
Hey, B.
I mean, I wouldn't say back, but
y'all back to relevance. Back to relevance.
Detroit might be next year's New York Knicks.
Nigga, you wasn't even saying that last year about the New York Knicks. So chill the fuck out. You was saying we was behind OKC and some more shit.
I wasn't, but here's the thing though, is that the Knicks aren't the Knicks for doing that. The Knicks are just another, fold of that phenomenon of teams that just rise up one year and you never see it coming. Detroit might be that young team that you didn't see it coming. Every season has that in both conferences.
B, my question for you is, what team do you think Cade Cunningham is actually going to win a championship on? Because you know how Detroit be. Y'all let y'all motherfuckers go.
Let him go because look what happened with his ankle. his ankle was bummed up for the remainder of the career. We got Jerry Stackhouse and Ben Wallace, and the rest is history. So, I mean, I would like to see him. He wants to play for Detroit, so that's good. I mean, he's saying the right things right now. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he's willing to put in the work because there's going to be some growing pains. We're not about to come in here winning the East out the gate and whatever. You're going to be the man. You're going to come in the season start. You're going to come in getting being a primary, one of the primary pieces right away coming out the gate. So, I hope he stays dedicated and believe in the vision that Dwayne Casey and Troy Mitchell, do. And like I said, 3 or 4 seasons, three or four more seasons, I hope we be winning. But yeah, you're right, man. It does put us now. We have that number one pick star, someone that can create their own shots. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had that in a good minute. So yeah, it does put us in relevancy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? More than we have in the last, 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So I hope so. I hope this is the start of something that we're going to see in the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all got hope. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Y'all got hope.
Yeah.
It's light at the end of the tunnel now.
Yeah.
Now y'all just need the pieces to fit.
Yep.
And that's it. But you got Cade, who I think is going to be, if not the best, one of the best players in this draft. And then y'all got Sadiq Bey, y'all got Killian Hayes. I mean, y'all got Jerry and Grant. Y'all got a coach that's good at developing talent too. That's another thing.
Yeah, because let's not forget what he did with Toronto. Took him from a 23-win season to Eastern Conference Final team. So
I honestly don't think that y'all are that far away. Like, I don't think this is like a 5-year,
That's why I said 3 or 4 seasons.
Chill out. B is right.
Yeah.
About 3-4 seasons. After the Knicks win their title, then Detroit can get something after that. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, though, is that Kay Cunningham might have the season that Dame had his first year in Portland when they surprised people. Some injuries happened in the West. They don't make the playoffs, but they impress. They might have a type season like Charlotte had this year where, oh, damn, like Kay Cunningham, Hayes, Grant, Bay, they all work together. You got Dwayne Casey who put something together, in terms of continuity. Everyone has roles. They kind of play together and quick up and down, but they don't have the defensive IQ yet. That's the type of team that kind of make that run for the 9th seed. And I could see Detroit really getting that this year. I could see it playing. Like, that's not crazy to think that. And if in their franchise, if they just play this in the most mediocre way,
are you talking about the girl?
They could be opportunistic to get a second-tier star to come to their team in a trade if they have these assets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can definitely see us using Jeremy Grant as a trade access, because you gotta think 2 of our rookies was on our rookie team. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good sign, man. Like we got some young dogs, man. Like I said, I think Hayes would have been on there if he wasn't injured for half of the season. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
It's all going to depend. It's all going to depend on Cade, man. If he come in,
if he
average 18 to 20 his rookie year, and stay healthy, and then
continue
to build off of that.
Man, I'm telling you, it's going 3 to 4 seasons. I think 3 to 4 seasons we can be like, all right, Pistons going to be Eastern Conference Finals or possibly close to the ship if possible, if the things fall right. But 3 to 4 seasons, man, I can see us hopefully being somewhat of a serious contender for the East.
All right, let me get to these super chats real quick. We got a few of them to get to. I'm going to try to get them in. Tracy G with the super chat. Tracy, what's happening as always? Chi-Town Tracy. Great job on the network. All the stuff y'all pumped out will definitely get me through this overtime tomorrow. We appreciate you. All the shows are up right now.
It.
Yeah, and the podcast feed is now updated, so we will be posting these onto the podcast feed. So the last 2 episodes are up, man. So post NBA Finals, we go back on Dead in Sports. So that's Dead in Sports wherever you listen to podcasts.
We got another super chat from Tracy G as well. Tracy, we appreciate all the love as always. With the new black coaches in the NBA, is it now an even playing field? And are we going to see more great games? I think we're getting there.
What do you mean by even playing field? Like I don't like.
I guess what she's saying is that an even playing field as far as the hiring process goes.
I mean, they definitely. Oh yeah, NBA is definitely like way ahead of the curve on that than in NFL right now when it comes to black coaches.
Yeah, they ain't even close.
This has definitely been a great offseason for black coaches. If you're a black coach, this has been a wonderful offseason. I'm loving all the hires that I'm seeing from even first time black. Like I'm loving it. Like I don't see recycled black coaches. I'm seeing, guys that were assistants for some years that worked their butt off, and now they finally getting the opportunity. And I love that. I think I'm loving that right now in the NBA. Shout out to Willie Green. I played against him in my varsity years in high school. His rival, Cooley High School, was our rival. And yeah, man, I remember. Yeah, Willie Green was solid, man. He was like playing for UAD Mercy, over there with Rashad Phillips, and yeah, him playing in the NBA and just see him work his way up, man. It's dope to see, man. It's really dope.
Rashad Phillips was one of my favorite players. He was good, man.
Yeah, I don't know about the playing field being even, but
it's a start. It's a start.
That's all. That's all you can ask for is a start.
That's why I was like, what do they really mean by playing? Even the playing field, but it's definitely great to see.
Yeah, it's a renewed focus. It's a renewed focus. Black people can actually coach. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
The next super chat is from Drink More Water. Drink More Water said, "Are you guys watching on ESPN or ABC?"
This is ESPN.
ESPN for me.
That's ABC, ain't it?
Is it? I don't know.
Look in the left-hand corner.
It just said draft.
I know.
On
I know.
the bottom left,
ABC,
ABC.
No, it's
ABC
ABC.
has that alternate telecast or whatever.
Yeah, it's ABC.
Chief Miyagi said, "Fix the mic." We fixed now, right? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I was
it
behind.
It sounded good to me, but I made some more adjustments.
Yeah, y'all
Gotcha.
sound good to me.
Yeah, you
Y'all
good.
sound
You
on
good.
my end.
You good.
Well, I think it was what they were hearing on the broadcast, but I made some adjustments. I had my
You get it on
AirPods in,
playback.
so I was hearing it. It was sounding good.
Are we caught up
They'll
on
get it
the?
on playback.
No, we
man.
got a couple more. We them boys said, "Tell me who's beating the Lakers in the West."
We'll say that.
We're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that.
The Lakers.
That's funny.
Hey, perfect answer. Drink more water. Drink more water. What's happening again? Jalen Suggs, Markelle Fultz, Cole Anthony, R.J. Hampton. There's going to be competition in Orlando, in the backcourt in Orlando.
How many point guards you need?
That's
Jesus
too much.
Christ.
Somebody got to go.
That's like Minnesota all over again. Remember when they drafted like Flynn and Rubio and
These teams just don't know what to do, man.
it was
just
like
get up there.
they
and
had
just-
drafted like 3 point guards. I remember that one year Minnesota did.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Giddey.
Oh yeah, that year when Johnny
It was
Flynn.
Flynn. Yeah, it was Flynn, Rubio. It was a lot of
They trying to make Josh Giddey look like he the
back-to-back
Porzingis
picks too.
of this draft.
Yep,
Yeah,
back to back
Luka.
picks.
Maybe they just maybe they're not sold on on Cole Anthony.
And they
I just-
showed
I-
more
I don't
highlights.
un- I don't
They showed
understand
all
it.
the first ones combined.
I'm
They
surprised.
showed-
I'm surprised Golden State kept this pick
Yeah.
and they couldn't move out of it.
So we got Evan Mobley going to Cleveland.
Yes.
Evan
Mobley went to Cleveland. Let me get the next super chatters from Tracy G again. Tracy G, thanks for the love tonight. Is the shots Giannis throwing at the super teams good for Dame to stay in Portland to make it work? And should KD, Bron, James be offended?
Two things can be true. KD and LeBron should be offended because he's basically talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is Dame don't give a damn about what Giannis talking about. He gonna get his ass
Yeah.
out of Portland.
Is he also talking about Steph and Clay too? Because they were part of that super team.
No, because they're not a
Nah,
super
but
team.
they brought him in. Like
Yeah, but it was still a super team.
it's one thing to leave.
No, but see, he joined them.
built
Yeah,
that
you
team.
it's,
They
it's,
built that team.
it's leaving your
They built
team
that
for the
team.
enemy.
Yeah.
You don't blame the enemy for being
Yeah, you don't
bad.
blame him for taking him.
That was a super team.
What were they
It
supposed to
was.
do?
I'm
though?
not
Yeah,
disagreeing.
they
That's-
became
I mean,
a
what
super
were they
team,
supposed to
but
do?
when
Say,
they
don't
first won,
get
they
him?
weren't a
yeah,
super
that's
team.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm asking because that was a super team.
is he throwing shots
Is
at
he
Steph?
also throwing shots at? Because they.
No, I think
I don't think so.
I think it's directed at LeBron, at KD, at AD, at whoever
Yeah.
basically is creating.
Because they
Steph-
actually,
Steph
to
and
me,
Clay got to
Them
get that
specifically.
fire too.
no, they don't. Because to me,
I think
Steph-
it's directed
Steph
at
will, but
players,
Clay
not
won't.
specifically.
neither one
teams.
will. Because to me, they didn't join a super team. Those super teams
No,
all
they benefit from a
migrated
super
to
team.
the same place.
No, I get what he's saying, but Steph is at the bottom of that list. The headliners are KD and
fun, man.
LeBron.
They didn't need. They were 73-9. They didn't need.
They didn't need KD, but if KD comes and
They
has to
didn't
play
need
with
him,
you,
but they were 73-9 without being a super team. That's what I'm
Correct.
saying.
That's what I'm
I can
saying.
argue
So, no.
that
after they
did.
got
But they
KD,
became a
got
super
to become
team
a
with
super team.
KD.
Exactly.
They might have
Yes, they
needed
did.
KD though. They
But-
might have
but
needed.
my
him,
thing
though.
is, they couldn't. Unlike in these other cases, they had no control over that.
Nah, what you mean? Nah.
How did they have control
What
over
can-
it?
When they had Bible study and they said, "Nigga, you should play with us."
You think KD came and asked them to join the team? Or did he come ask the front office?
It
Now,
don't
they may have
matter.
asked
It
them
don't
to
matter
join.
who
They may have
asked
gotten their
first.
blessing,
It don't matter who
but
asked
it's not
first.
their choice.
Actions speak louder than words, bro.
Draymond called
I think you have to look at which incarnation of the Warriors you're talking about. Are you talking about that 2015 Warrior team? That wasn't a super team.
We talking about
If you're talking about KD and the Warriors, then of course that's probably the ultimate super team. I don't think it's directed at the Warriors specifically. I don't think it's directed at any team specifically. I think he's directly talking about his peers. He's just talking shit about his peers in the league, like the other dudes, his contemporaries.
he talking about them niggas.
I think for me, the super team would be adding multiple players.
I don't think he's really doing that.
And I think it's a message to other dudes too. I think it is a message to a guy like Dame, like, yo, like it's easy to just say, yo, trade me to this, locale, and I want to win a super team or something. I want to win a championship.
And if you think about the super team thing too, those guys moved to a destination together. This Golden State team was homegrown.
It don't matter how you dice it. It's still a super team, bro. Don't try to do that. Don't try to do that. Don't try to diminish Golden State.
Q, what you got to say?
I said I really like this pick from Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga. I think that he's talented two-way guard. It's just a lot.
I agree.
It's a lot of inconsistency reports coming back on his game, but I think that in the G League he did show a lot. I think he showed incredible athleticism that could take over. And if you just put him with a team who knows how to just organize him within the offense better, some defensive cues he can work on as you get better and older, he could be
a better Andrew Wiggins.
I think so. Yeah, he could be that for them, and I think that makes Wiggins a little bit more expendable now.
Yep.
A little bit. They was trying to trade that nigga before the end of the season.
B, what were you gonna say about you? You had a question. What was your question?
No, people, they talk about the whole Dame and Dame, Dame this. They criticize players jumping on teams to try to win a championship. You criticize him for doing that, but if he stays and he never wins one, y'all gonna label him as a loser. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that. But see, that's that new.
I'm just giving an example. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what people. I'm not saying y'all. I'm just saying that's what people are gonna say. Like people gonna. Yeah. They did the same thing with KG. If KG would have never left Minnesota and went to Boston,
that's idiots. Man. They'd have been idiots, man. It's not like
so many idiots watch sports. That's the issue.
That's a whole nother conversation for another day, man. Does anybody really think that like Patrick Ewing's some sort of a scrub because he didn't win? Like
a lot of people do.
Some people gonna say some people do. Don't say that. Pat Ewing's the most disrespected Hall of Famer all time.
A lot of people do think.
No, I'm saying I think most people give these dudes their credit, man. I think most people would prefer.
When's the last time you talked about Pat Ewing outside this conversation? Exactly.
Everything is so goal-centric. Everything is.
You mentioned Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the last 30 days. I guarantee it.
That's true.
Kareem should be in everybody's top 2, top 3, in my opinion. But the fact is that people are just so goat-centric around 2, 3 names.
It's tired.
It's because people like the aesthetic of somebody doing it themselves. But I hate that, and that's what is sadly plaguing the minds of so many sports fans, which is why we got to combat it, not because we believe in the shit, not because I give a fuck about what ESPN has to say. It's because so many motherfuckers care about what ESPN has to say, and that makes them think, I know basketball now. No, you don't know shit. You know Stephen A's quota. Like, stop. Like,
Q, as much as I agree with you, I agree with you, Q. But it's still funny to get these jokes off, especially when Chris Paul ain't shit.
It is, though. But I feel that, though. But we should be able to discern that. People know the discourse. When you in the barbershop and it's real conversation, you know when it's real conversation. When y'all just cutting up, y'all know when y'all just cutting up. You know what I mean? And in this space, we know when Nick and Sheldon and me are just being hyperbolic, or we know when we being real. So the sad thing is that the line has been blurred so much in our understanding and evaluation of the game and sports in general because of this media shit that people think, oh, the GOAT conversation matters so much that I should be watching this game with that as the parameter for taking in someone's skill. Like, damn, CP3 is not in that conversation, so he's trash. What? Like, bro, we need to shift the conversation. Y'all have y'all played ball? Where have y'all played ball? Who have y'all played ball with? Like, just shit like that is just, I'm sorry, it's just, excuse my language, it's just so frustrating to see us.
It's dead end sports, bro. Ain't nobody excusing shit. Say how you feel, bro.
Last couple of super chats, then we jump to this Lakers thing.
The next super chat is from Tigolo. Tigolo asked, is Omar Epps the GOAT movie athlete?
No.
Nah, hell no.
athlete?
He talking
I
about
mean,
loving basketball?
he played every sport you think of. Though he
Yeah,
did
he did.
college
He played
football, he did track, he did basketball. What was
Baseball?
another one? Baseball, yeah. I mean,
Oh, I
hey,
thought they were
look,
talking
Nah,
about
I'll give Denzel that.
Denzel.
Denzel.
How?
He played basketball. He busted Ray Allen's ass. All right.
Man,
he
Ray
was
Allen
he was a
kid.
mean
He
ass
carried him as a
boxer.
kid.
In Hurricane, you know, he got locked up.
Yeah.
And shit, he was a football coach.
You're right.
Man,
You're right.
Omar Epps, man. Oh, I play Omar
Damn,
Epps.
it might be. That's a
Yeah.
weird question, but it might be
Nah,
Omar Epps. Shit.
yeah.
I was thinking like who played
No,
the
it's
role.
not.
As far
I
as
thought he-
depth,
yeah.
playing
Birdie.
several characters.
I thought it was who played the best role. That's what I thought the question was.
No.
But I guess
Who
it
played
is
the
that.
best athlete, bro? It's Birdie from Above the Rim. He was killing. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, as far as singular performance, I think
Yeah.
he was just saying as far as playing multiple athletes. I guess I don't
That's
know.
what I'm-
That's
elaborate on that
he
question.
went by
That's
default if that's the case.
That's what I was assuming.
Or-
That's what I was saying. Omar Epps.
Elaborate on that question.
Or a dude from a different world who played the Ghost in 6 Man.
He talking about Kadeem
Hardison?
Hardison.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Hell
I
nah.
actually think it's Joanna Man.
That's my shit. I don't know about that.
Y'all killing me right
No, that shit was funny.
I'm too
That shit.
young.
One of them
No bad
people
taste.
in that movie with LeBron, the Space Jam movie. Flavion with the super chat. Kuminga is the 4th youngest player in this draft.
Wow.
Damn, fourth.
Yeah, that nice depth.
That's Wagner's little brother,
Hold on.
Franz Wagner
Oh, okay.
from Michigan.
Man, they increasing their white quota, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. He can shoot.
These being small market
Man,
teams,
you
like
stupid as hell.
real talk. These being small market
Brother in the
teams.
league, though.
Small market teams is the only place that white basketball players can shine.
You stupid as hell.
Y'all dumb. Man.
He was a solid player.
Kid don't got no damn sense.
Drink more water.
Oh.
Drink more water. What's happening again? Keon Johnson got a 48-inch vertical at the NBA Combine.
He's my steal for the Knicks at 19.
All right. Lakers, man.
We'll see.
All right, Manny, go ahead, get your shit off, bro. We gave you this time.
Nah, we got to intro the topic.
Yeah, we got into the topic, man. Plus, you don't know what I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, Shelton earlier announced the trade between the Lakers and the Washington Wizards, where Russ is now going to be a Laker this upcoming fall. Manny, how do you feel about the trade? Y'all gave up a first-round pick, Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and KCP.
Yes.
How you feel about all that?
I hate that trade. I can't mince any words about it, man. As the Laker fan, as a passionate Laker fan, I just don't understand this trade.
Do you
don't.
not feel like you got better?
No.
What part don't you like about
We
it?
got we got sexier, quote unquote. You know, we got more names now, but did we get better? No. Like, I hate this notion that sometimes I feel like GMs fall into this trap that they just have to make a move for the sake of making a move. Like, oh, we got to make a trade because we lost. Like, sometimes like it's reactionary instead of being proactive. And I just feel like this was a reactionary move. I felt like the Lakers felt like, oh, we got to make a move because NBA Twitter's telling us to make a move. Like, and then it's like the move that you make doesn't really make you better. Like, the Lakers are they're not a better shooting team right now. Now, obviously, we got to see how this plays out. Maybe they get more shooters. So today, I'm only grading the trade today, as of July 29th. If you look at this roster right now, like, are they better defensively? No. Are they a better shooting team? No. How do LeBron and Russell Westbrook even fit? Like, there's so many question marks with this trade right now because it just throws everything into a loop. Like, I don't think LeBron and Russell Westbrook are the best on the court fit. Like, I just don't think they really complement each other like that. So, and then it's like you give up. I'm not even mad about Kuzma. It was time for Kuzma to go, whatever. I like Montrezl Harrell, but I can see the need to trading him, whatever. The one I don't understand is KCP, man. KCP plays well with LeBron. He's a good defender. He's a guy. He's a shooter. He's probably the only shooter that we have on the roster, consistent 3-point shooter. Yes, he's replaceable. I know y'all giving me the looks. Let me. What?
We haven't
KCP
said
is
nothing,
an
bro.
important
Go
Laker.
ahead. We giving you the floor, bro. It's your time. We gonna say our shit. Don't worry.
All I'm saying is, listen. Yes, I know Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer. Yes, I know he's a great player and one of the best point guards of all time. But as far as what the Lakers needed, and what they got, I just don't like this trade to me. Like to me, everybody kept saying the same thing last year. Oh, the Lakers can't shoot. The Lakers can't shoot. The Lakers can't shoot. So you then trade for a 30-year-old point guard who's never been a good shooter, who's probably never going to be a great shooter. I just don't understand that. I don't understand this trade. I really do. You took on more salary. I don't understand this trade, man. I really don't. I felt like this was a panic move by the Lakers.
I guess let me say this super chat because it's in the same vein. Drink More Water said, the GM wanted Westbrook. LeBron runs the Lakers.
Okay, nah, we're not gonna do this again.
We're not gonna do this.
LeBron is not running the Lakers,
even though it is a LeBron James move. I would say this, Manny. The big question I got for you, you talking about all these multiple questions as a Lakers fan. What the fuck are you really complaining about? KCP? KCP?
It's amazing.
We was talking shit. You was talking shit about him all offseason. Bro, come on, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. I would give all them niggas and a couple of random Laker franchises up for Westbrook. You talking shit about a 30-year-old point guard. What other point guard y'all got?
And he's a walking triple-double.
That can do a fucking triple-double when you need it.
A walking triple-double.
Come on, bro. What we talking about, bro?
With LeBron. How does he fit with what the current...
All right, Manny, tell me one player that never worked well with LeBron. Tell me one superstar that never worked well with LeBron.
Kevin Love.
You
Chris
talking about,
Bosh,
and the salary don't match. When the fuck the Lakers care about salary? Y'all LA. Y'all gonna make it happen. As long as the motherfucker on the roster, that's all that matters.
Listen.
Come on,
what did I say? My biggest question mark is shooting and fit. I am not sure how these two players fit. Like, I don't know how LeBron
the
fits
offseason just started. You can get shooters. The one thing about every LeBron James team is they buy shooters. They gonna find the best white boy shooters or the best mixed race shooters in the NBA.
Maybe you're right. I just don't love this deal, man. I just don't love this deal. This deal to me felt reactionary. It felt like, oh, let's just go out there and make a splash. To make a splash, let's steal the headlines. Let's own draft night.
That's what y'all do. Y'all do that.
I don't like this. But
y'all always go for the
moves, man. The AD was a sensible move. You got one of the best players in the NBA, top 5 players in the NBA.
You ain't even like LeBron being there.
Yeah, the numbers look great. He's a walking triple double. What has he won? What did AD win?
What did AD win?
I think you're entitled to,
He ain't entitled to shit.
Trade. I mean, he is as a Lakers fan. You're entitled to be like,
Nick out here like Bishop and shit.
Cause FIFA. I mean, B. I'm out here drinking too much. B. I'm a Knicks fan. I would wish, man, won a championship 2 seasons ago, and he over here talking about something we don't know what the fuck we doing as a Lakers franchise.
Because, bro, we're not looking at the Lakers for what it really is. Everyone thinking that they're the prom queen still, and bro, that was like 2 school years ago. You know
that's more recent than my team. So when I hear nigga who won a title in every decade and has the last 3 greatest players in the NBA history on their team in his lifetime, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm gonna be a little upset when this nigga got AD, LeBron, and Russ, and he talking about this is a bad move.
Nick, you're missing the point of what I'm trying to say. You're missing the point of what I'm trying to say. First of all, my issue with this move is, again, it feels reactionary instead of being a proactive move. Like, oh, let's make a smart, savvy move that helps us get better. I don't think this is that move.
Hey,
to me, it's like, first of all,
Manny, do me a favor, put on your GM hat, and what move would you have liked to have seen them made other than this one?
He gonna say some goofy shit, but go ahead, Manny.
What is a smart, sensible move?
I thought the Buddy Hield move was a better fitting move because you get a shooter and a guy who can score an average 20 points per game. I thought Buddy Hield was a better move for the Lakers as far as fit and roster construction. Is Buddy Hield a better player than Russell Westbrook? No. Again, listen to what I am saying. We all know Russell Westbrook's accolades. That's not what I have an issue with. He is who he is. My issue is, A, does he fit with LeBron? And A, does he really make us better? And did you actually need to make this trade? I feel like the Lakers reacted to this. Listen, we all said it on this show. Anthony Davis is 85% healthy and LeBron is 85% healthy. I know it's a lot of ifs, but if that is the case, the Lakers are going back to the finals. I just don't think you needed this wholesale teardown. Like, I really don't think you needed that. Like, I think you needed to make some slight adjustments, some slight moves to get better. I don't think you needed this. Like, oh yeah, we lost to the Phoenix Suns in the first round when half of our two best players were hurt. Okay, let's just tear up the roster. Let's get rid of KCP. Let's get rid of Montrezl Harrell. Let's trade a draft pick and let's go get Russell Westbrook. Like what?
When was the last draft pick y'all had that y'all used?
Manny, I think that's important to mention the fact that they did fall apart when they went down, and the reason being was you didn't have anybody you could trust behind those two. So adding a Russ, that gives you a third layer.
Is he somebody that I could? Okay, if
he's a top 5 point guard. And like they were mentioning in the chat,
AD get hurt again.
I read this in the chat and I just saw it. He did carry that Wizards team. He really did.
Q, what you got, man?
I'm just saying, if we're gonna talk about the Lakers, let's talk about it for why they're doing this. It's because the Lakers understand that they're in a vulnerable position. I said it last week. They know that their window is very fragile. It's not a position that is just, we can coast the next 4 seasons. You know, LeBron is approaching 37. AD, like I'm saying, his Achilles and his knees are on toothpicks. So they have to go out and make a move that puts, like Sheldon says, another guy in that driver's seat who can come in and be like, you know what, I've carried a team before. I can at least get us through the first round, maybe. If you all go down, if I just have a 70% LeBron and Russell Westbrook against the Suns, y'all win that series at least.
Okay,
and
Bradley Beal.
And Bradley Beal, that can happen, but that was never going to happen for the Lakers. No, y'all don't have the pieces and the prerequisite pieces to go out and get these star guys. So what do you have left? You either have 2 options: go get Russ or CP, whoever was there, or you have run it back with what you have. And in my estimation, the Lakers could not run it back because, like Sheldon said, they didn't have any other creators and other ball handlers and other guys that could get shots in the half court. Everyone else was a dud. I'm not saying Russ is that guy either, but he can at least push the ball in transition, and he gonna try. So you got to at least give them credit for trying to make this fragile window that is the reality a better situation. That's what I think the brain trust is thinking here.
Zaire Williams went to the Pelicans. Is that a good pick for them? We'll get back to the Lakers. You know anything about him?
I was looking at
Zaire
some
Williams?
highlights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's raw. He's a raw talent.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the clock now. Charlotte is, so
I don't think he'll impact right away, but down the line he could be like another Brandon.
He's a developmental piece.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's a proposed trade to the Grizzlies as well.
Oh, okay.
So this may be a Grizzlies pick.
Did Manny not start to saying, what has Russell Westbrook won? And then he gonna walk it back, talk about, so look, this ain't about winning and what you got. Come on, bruh.
No, this isn't about. But
FIFA, we got to get your take.
Listen to what I just said.
You got a former MVP on your team, bro.
He's talking about the fit.
What did I just? You asked me what move would I have preferred out of the rumored moves that the Lakers were attempting to make. I said I like the Buddy Hield move better on this roster as currently constructed. I like the Buddy Hield better. Now, is Buddy Hield better than Russell Westbrook? No, of course not. That's not what we're discussing. What fits better with LeBron and AD and the pieces that you currently have? To me, I just don't think
Who hasn't fit well with what super? That's why I said name me a superstar that hasn't worked well with LeBron.
That's what I was gonna say. Let me say the next super chat real quick. The next super chat is from Andrew Canada. Andrew Canada said, if Rondo can play with LeBron, why can't Westbrook?
Anything you put on the court will fit with LeBron. I do agree with you. They do need shooters. They get shooters, man. Then I don't see much of a problem.
And then you get a guy that can't shoot. Russell Westbrook can't shoot.
But
he's not gonna take.
Could shoot last year.
First of all, he's not gonna take the last shot. I'll ease your mind right there. He ain't taking the last shot. That's in the contract. You can't take that.
Don't let him take the last shot.
Last 4 minutes of every game, you can't shoot.
Here's the thing. Russell Westbrook can take the last shot if LeBron passes it to him. That's in the contract.
I have a question. Who on the team that just won the finals has a great shooter? Name the great shooters on the team that just won the finals.
That's true.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Middleton might be your best.
Middleton is your best guy. He's your
The 2020 Lakers didn't really have great shooting.
Because you have transcended guys who can take over in the half court. You just have to have guys.
And they also faced Miami. They need it.
Yeah.
You know what LeBron James teams need most of all is when LeBron comes off of the court, can you guys maintain the lead, get back in the game, or push and come from behind and take a lead before LeBron comes back? It's all about when LeBron is off the court. right? The older he gets, the less minutes they would like to play him, even though he led the league last year in minutes as well. At some point, man, he's going to be 37 this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going into 2022, you got to reduce his minutes. And we saw when LeBron comes off the court and it's just AD, what happens? They look trash. Just like in Cleveland. When LeBron came off the court and K-Love and Kyrie was out there, where they look like trash. Now, I'm not saying that Russell Westbrook is just going to, be able to take the other 4 guys and all of a sudden we the greatest, but Russell Westbrook is great enough to make sure that if we down by 4, we ain't going to be down by 18 by the time LeBron get in.
Let me tell y'all what this is. Manny just don't like Russell Westbrook.
He don't
like nobody.
Manny has legit,
got it.
reasonable basketball questions and concerns about the Lakers. He really does. But if y'all know Manny and have listened to his show and have listened to this man talk about Russell Westbrook, he does not like Russell Westbrook. This is for the last 3 years, I think he's gotten 3 players that he really didn't care for. LeBron, now Russ, and AD. Manny, I don't even think he liked the AD trade at the time.
Man, he might need to look for a new team.
He ain't gonna look for no team because they win titles.
I never disliked AD.
The trade, not AD, the trade. You had concerns.
I didn't dislike it. I understood. No, I loved it from a basketball perspective. My only issue with the AD trade was that I didn't like it because he was going to be a free agent and he was most likely going to come to LA anyway.
And
he didn't like what they gave up. He didn't like giving up the pieces. That's what it is. He wants to hold on to all those assets and what they may become.
Now watch when they win about 60-some games next year.
Oh, Russell Westbrook is the greatest. Russell Westbrook for MVP.
Come on, stop it. Never. Never.
Because at that point, it's going to be a business deal.
Russell Westbrook can win games.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook is clutch.
So I want to go back through the trade.
This is not
Who did they give up? Just give me the players.
Kuzma, KCP.
Kuzma?
And Harold.
KCP.
Harold and a first round pick.
Montrezl Harrell.
In the first round pick.
Kuzma.
Yep.
Kuzma.
KCP and Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Kyle Kuzma. KCP, who forgot how to shoot.
But Manny didn't like KCP.
And Montrezl Harrell, who couldn't get back on the court.
We're talking about a guy that's averaged a triple-double damn near 3 years.
He set the record for triple-doubles. That's the most productive stat that we have in basketball right now.
You know, I was talking to a couple of my coworkers today, and I think the most interesting thing about this fit with Russ and LeBron is, does Russ still get a triple-double?
No, he doesn't.
Well,
that's over.
He could.
No,
he could.
I disagree. And this is the reason why. We already know rebounding, Russ is the best under 6'4" rebounder ever.
He's the best guard rebounding in the game right now. Period.
In terms of points, he's going to average more than 10. We know that.
More than 15. He should average more than 15.
Assists, that's the caveat, right?
Yeah.
So who's going to handle the ball more?
Correct.
Right? But I think when you get a guy like Russ, what happens is you get easier possessions in transition. Russ is going to push that. We already know, even though LeBron, I said he's going to turn 37, he's still playing like he's 32, 31. You know what I'm saying? So he can still get up and down the court. So can AD. AD is still relatively young. He's not past 30 yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think by adding Russell Westbrook, you're going to get easier transitional baskets because the Lakers know that for them to win, they got to play defense. Right. What happens when you play great defense? You get the rebound, you get turnovers, you push.
And what's another thing that the Lakers was missing is like some youthful athletic
or just
players.
athletic ability.
Yeah, exactly.
The youth.
They also miss not the non-head case. Somebody that ain't scared, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Everybody we mentioned are in their head. And I don't know if it's LeBron. Yeah, I don't know if it's him.
It's the pressure.
The pressure
playing
with LeBron.
But we already know there's no pressure on Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
He is the most gangster nigga in the damn league. Like, he don't give no fuck about nothing.
Y'all know Russell Westbrook and KCP shot the same percentage from the field last year? I just looked it up. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Same percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
And also Russ is
just
playing
10% higher from 3, though.
And he had a good catch and shoot. He was like 35% in his career. That's really good for Russ.
And Russ is playing in LA, his hometown. You don't think he's gonna show out for his people?
I just don't. With 2 champions.
Yeah, that ain't even. I just don't think it'll be a triple-double. The only reason I say that is because it will be less possessions for him with the ball in his hands. I think the time that he had the ball in his hands will diminish some. It's not a knock. I don't think it's going to be bad. I just don't think it'll be a triple-double.
Bron has been wishing for a player like Westbrook. Somebody he can just give the ball. Like, he can sit. He not only just great, but like FIFO said, when he on the bench, Russ is gonna run that whole offense, bro.
But to average a triple-double,
I'm not saying he may not average, but it'll be like a 17, 9, and 9.
It's gonna be up there.
No, I think he'll be. I think Russ should be about
17, 9, and 9.
17.
I think he can get 17.
What, 17 points?
No, Russ.
That's how much Bosh was able to get 15, 17.
But Bosh don't play with the ball. The person that's going to get the least amount of possessions out of
AD is going to be playing the 4, so Russ is going to get a lot of rebounds, though. So he can be able to push
I'm talking about fast break rebounds, too.
I feel you. I said 16, 17, like I said. I could see 17, 7, and 9.
Right.
No, I think Russ is going to be a career 20-point scorer. He's going to average 20 to 22 with the Lakers.
Watch the Husky. Who is this?
I think that Russ should average anywhere between 8 to 11 assists next year. And I think rebounding, he's going to average between 7 to 11 rebounds. I think he's going to flirt with averaging another triple-double.
James Bouknight. Oh, James Bouknight. Oh, okay.
He's nice.
I like that. Good shooter.
He's nice.
Yeah,
He's nice. He's nice. Listen, everything that y'all saying sounds good. It makes sense, I guess. But
man, watch when they win the title, man. I'm like, look, hey, we here. Type shit.
Listen, if they prove me wrong, hey, I will gladly come on here and say FIFO was right, Ken was right.
It's not
Nick
the sexy move, Manny, but I promise that this season is going to be a clarifying one for where y'all really stand in the NBA. Because if this can work, I think it's going to show that LeBron still got enough in the tank, and he's mastered the game enough through IQ that he can pretty much put everything in position. You just got to make probably 2 or 3 more moves, man. Maybe one more undrafted guy, maybe some type of signee, some veteran, and then that's it. You come in with a shooter, maybe a 2-way guy, a rolling big. Maybe Dwight Howard gets out of my team. He comes back to LA. It might be a better matchup. You know what I mean? Honestly, the Hill deal might still come through.
Yeah.
You never know.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
I would feel better. I would feel better if Buddy Hield was on this roster. Like I would feel better about the Russell Westbrook thing if Buddy Hield was there. Yeah. And now it's still rumored that it still might happen because they got Schroeder, so they could do. But I don't even know what all the machinations are, what pieces are going back to the Kings or whatever. But the Buddy Hield move still might happen. I would feel better about this deal if the Buddy. But as is, yeah. And again, it's hard to judge because it just happened, an hour ago? And we don't know all the final pieces. So as is, them 3 players, I don't know, man. It's an awkward fit. Yes, in transition is going to be nice. But in the half court, I have concerns about
who has a better big 3 outside of Brooklyn than the Lakers do now?
Nobody. That's the point.
So
that was the point of the trade.
So at the end of the day, we know that matchups and talent win.
That's it.
And in terms of a matchup, but there is no matchup for Giannis, which is partly why they won. The man scored 50 points in the closeout game in the finals, and he was utterly dominant. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Without a super team,
right?
Well, I feel you. But in terms of the Lakers, matchups and talent, outside of Brooklyn, nobody has more talent,
right.
And outside of Giannis. Who's been a bigger matchup nightmare for the last 15 years than LeBron James? Everybody has created their team to beat LeBron James' team.
Correct.
So, in my opinion, when you look at the talent, you got AD, arguably one of the most versatile overall talents. I'm not going to say big guard, whatever, just basketball players.
Yes.
Then you have Mr. Triple-Double, and then you have LeBron on top of that. They'll figure this shit out, bro.
They will.
It's not that fucking difficult.
Right.
Play defense, get the ball up, hit the open man, make as many open shots as you can. If you're consistent defensively, and who's their coach? A defensive head coach. So we know that they're going to be solid on that end. You know what I'm saying? People just got to buy in and do their job. It's not that difficult.
So Bradley Beal is definitely out of there.
Oh, 100%.
I know he requested a trade. Maybe he caught wind that this was happening.
Yeah, he probably going to.
He probably talked to Russ.
Let me get these super chats. We got a few of them in here. Drink More Water was commenting on the Sacramento move. He said D Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, and now Davion Mitchell. That is a nice little core. I like the. Davion
Mitchell went to where?
He went to Sacramento. I like Davion Mitchell.
They're going to move Buddy Hield.
They are going to move some because
And I
he's
heard Marvin Bagley or
I don't think they give up on Marvin.
he out of there too.
Yeah, he out of there.
I don't think so.
Caleb McCoy with a super chat. This was a pretty good one. He said Russ is the first MVP to get traded in 3 straight seasons. He says that means a lot, Nick.
No, it doesn't, because it doesn't say nothing about him. It just says those franchises are in rebuild mode, and he doesn't help them in rebuild mode. That's all it says. It doesn't say nothing about him as a player.
Yeah, because when we add context to it, he went to Houston, right? Well, he didn't technically go to Houston. He got traded to Houston because he wanted out of OKC. Right. All right, boom, boom. They make that move. But it was time. It wasn't an indictment on Russell Westbrook. It was just time to move on from Russell Westbrook and OKC.
And they went to a playoffs in Houston.
And then he went to a championship contender with a former MVP and a former teammate in James Harden. James Harden came into the season saying, hey, I don't want to be here. So they broke up the band. That's not an indictment on Russell Westbrook. Then he goes to
Washington because they broke up the band.
No. Well, yeah, he goes to Washington. We knew that wasn't necessarily going to be long term. It was just the players made sense in terms of who they traded for. It was time to get John Wall out of DC and remove the John Wall era. In addition to that was such a bad contract that the only other contract that made sense was Russell Westbrook. Again, not an indictment on Russ. Russ balled out.
And also, he got them to the playoffs the first time.
I don't know if it's old, though. Is that them?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, yeah. He went to a few games. You know, LeBron be crewing.
And you know, where does LeBron play, Ken?
L.A.
Where is Russell Westbrook from?
He's from Cali.
Where do the majority of basketball players go in the offseason?
Not even Cali. He went to UCLA. So,
you know what I'm saying? Like, the majority of basketball players, if they're not in Miami, they're in LA in the offseason. So, you know, it just is what it is.
So what about KCP? How does this, not KCP, but Kyle Kuzma?
What do you mean? He
get a fresh start. He was my nigga, bro. He can go into Washington. It depends if he.
No, like he gets a chance.
He gets a fresh start.
Yeah.
But I don't believe he can.
He's a role player. Like what? Like I don't understand this whole Kyle Kuzma. Oh my God! Like we gave up Kyle Kuzma. Or Kyle Kuzma's gonna be an all-star. So what are you asking?
We saw that Kyle Kuzma, you know, as a role player on this team, it just didn't work out. He's a volume shooter.
And he's gonna be solid.
We see Kyle Kuzma go from being.
Kyle Kuzma is one of those guys that's going to go to a bad team and put up a lot of empty points.
No, he's not.
That's just what Kyle Kuzma is.
He's not going to put.
He's going to do that.
No, you know who Kyle Kuzma is?
Who was that?
He's an offensive Taj Gibson. When Taj was playing, when he was coming off the bench,
y'all be so disrespectful.
How am I being disrespectful? Taj Gibson was a double-double player.
Taj Gibson ain't shit.
He's Tobias Harris in Orlando.
He be saying shit like it means something.
You mean he was with the Bulls. He was with the Bulls. He was nice, right?
Kyle Kuzma is Tobias Harris in Orlando. He'll average 18 to 20 points on a bad team, and everybody will go gaga because it's like, oh, Kyle Kuzma's finally showing out, and he's on a bad team. If he gets to a good team where he has to change his role, like the thing that people don't realize with Kyle Kuzma is that he was blocked in LA. He was never going to be his full potential. Once they made that AD trade, they played the same position. They have similar type, not complete similar type play styles, but they play the same position. So Kyle Kuzma was redundancy in LA. They had to get him out of there. It was time. He's going to go to Washington. He's going to play on a bad team. He's going to put up 18 to 20 points.
He's not,
and that's it. That'll be his career.
Kyle Kuzma.
I won't say he won't smell 20.
Kid Gilchrist.
You're making it sound like Kyle Kuzma's this bum that's like the 13th man on a good team. Like
he's the
13th
man.
He a light-skinned Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Man, listen. Let me say this, man. Kyle Kuzma deserves a little bit more respect than what y'all giving him. I think that Kyle Kuzma.
I won't go that far. Deserves is a strong word. Deserves is a strong word.
Y'all exactly.
What did I say, Sheldon?
Deserves is a strong word, bro.
What I'm saying is he's gonna be better now that he's out of LeBron, shouting the pressure of LeBron. No matter where he goes, he's gonna be a better player. He ain't gonna be no 20-point scorer, but he's gonna be better than what he was in LA.
But what does that mean? Quantify better.
It don't have to. I think
I think a lot of those bonehead plays he made, a lot of those stupid mistakes, he'll clean some of that up. I think he'll be a better player.
That Kyle Kuzma is going to go over there and just all of a sudden just start, getting buckets, and people look at he'll be all-star. I just think it's interesting looking at Kyle Kuzma getting an opportunity to finally play. I guess kind of like what Manny was saying. Like when AD came, it was a wrap. So now he gets a chance to go to his team, to a team.
The Brandon Ingram effect.
Yeah, and play. And it could be. It could be. So it'll be
Okay,
interesting.
Brandon Ingram effect.
I don't care one way or the other. I just think that he has had a career that's kind of been somewhat maligned once AD came to the team and he became a scapegoat and a guy that people pointed to when everything was going wrong with the Lakers.
Kyle Kuzma has reached his ceiling. The only thing he can get better at is IQ. But the shot selection, that can get better. Shot percentage, I don't see it changing much.
I disagree.
Now that he's going to get
completely. I disagree 100%.
And we'll see at the end of the season. When Kyle Kuzma is going to get more volume of shots, you think his percentage is going to go up or going to go down?
I think it's going to go up.
No.
He'll be a better player.
People said the same thing about Reggie Jackson.
Hold on, Manny. Quantify that, Nick.
So what he averaged about 16, 17 this season, or 15, between 15 and 17. I think that'll be north of 18 to 22 in Washington because they ain't got nobody else to score, and he's gonna take all them shots. So he's gonna be a high volume scorer. May he struggle a little bit, yeah, but he'll get those kinks out. I'm not saying he's gonna be an all-star, but he's gonna be a solid.
No one is saying Kyle Kuzma is gonna be fucking Paul Pierce. All I'm saying is that the dude is a better player than what he's performed like his last 2 years.
I agree.
A lot of that has been him. As a Laker fan, a lot of that has been him. A lot of that has been the system and the fact that he's asked to play a role that I don't think he's capable of playing.
Look at the last. Hold on, FIFO. Look at the last three players that left the Lakers in the trade: Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball. Right? They've all looked better in their different situations removed from LA.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about Julius Randle. Julius Randle was hurt day one of the regular season.
He still was removed from LA.
I understand that, but he didn't play with LeBron, so there's no context there in what you're telling me.
He played with Kobe.
There's no context in what you're telling me right now. In terms of Lonzo Ball, we knew that the shot was broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We knew, or at least I knew that he had a lot more to fulfill, and it was just a matter of time for Lonzo to get better. He's gotten better. He's going to continue to get better. Who's the third person that you said now? Kyle Kuzma? Kyle Kuzma, in my opinion,
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram. We saw every year. I've said it on this telecast. Again, the reason why I like to be recorded, because I've said every single year it was going to pop. You saw it. Every year he got better.
And
now he walking shit back.
I'm not lying. Go back. Go back.
I remember when LeBron was hurt and Brandon Ingram scored like 20-some points a game. And I was like, man, Brandon Ingram getting off. He was the one that came at me and was like, nah, Brandon Ingram, this, that, and the other. It's recorded. It's on tape.
I'm going to tell you. It is on tape. I'm going to tell you this.
Wait, hold on, Manny. I ain't done.
That's Q.
Or Q. You sounded like Manny. With Kyle Kuzma, with Kyle Kuzma, I always felt that he had a low floor. A low floor, low ceiling. He is what he is. His three-point shooting is not going to improve because he's not naturally a shooter. This man is a tweener 3-4 with no guard skills. No, he does not have even good ball handling ability.
He's shitting on Kyle Kuzma.
So his ball handling ability is one of his best things?
Did you watch him? No one said that. Did you watch him his first season?
Let's discuss it. Bruh, Kyle Kuzma, to me, if you give him an offseason, if you give him a situation where his role makes sense, I'm not saying he's going to bust out and beat Brandon Ingram, but I truly believe that he could be a better Luke Kennard.
Correct.
He could be that in a playoff run for a team. But Luke Kennard was looked at just 2 seasons ago as being, get him out the league. He's garbage. He can't do anything. What happened when he went to a coach who put him in a system? Reggie Jackson, the same thing. He's done. Get him out the league. He can't shoot. What happened? He got an offseason. If you look at guys all throughout the playoffs, if you look on Denver's team, if you look on the Bucks, guys who were stepping up, who were looked at as being trash just a couple seasons ago, they got their game together. They got in a situation that the coach and the staff was able to organize, and they were able to up their game. Kuzma can get better with his shot selection.
Correct.
I think his ball handling can get more fluid.
Correct.
I think that he showed flashes on defense all year that showed that he can be a capable defender in playoff situations. I think we just got to put him in that, and he can flourish a little bit. He's not going to be incredible.
And to add to that, Q, he'll be motivated.
Q, let me ask you this. Again, would you agree that Kuzma is a tweener 3-4?
Yeah.
Okay, is he quick enough to guard elite threes?
Elite threes? No. But on the help, yeah. He could be a help.
Okay,
defender.
fine. And then he's too small to guard elite fours.
But you have...
If he's gonna be a starter,
his strength is not defense. His strength,
I
he's always
understand
gonna be a
that.
defensive liability.
Q, I understand that, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to guard your position to get the type of minutes that you want as a starter. It's not even putting it's not even
in Washington.
But that's
who is he fighting for in Washington for minutes, kid? Show me. Who he fighting for with minutes? Name me three other motherfuckers on that team. Name me three motherfuckers.
The point that I'm making is that he is a liability defensively. And the person
that's over half the league, though.
A lot of guys in the NBA are
that's over half the league.
The best players in the league can't play defense.
Right. What are you about to say?
Exactly. Dame Lillard is a liability defensively.
I've seen Kawhi, and I've seen Kawhi go right at Kyle Kuzma 3 straight possessions, and Kyle Kuzma. I'm not saying this is indicative, and this is of the.
No, you about to gas up, Kyle.
But bro, I've seen it happen in the regular season. I've seen it. He's able to stay in front of him and force him into the help. That's not something that is so incredible, but it's something that you can learn. He's able to be serviceable in this league.
Look. Okay. Let me dead all this. Let me dead all this shit right now.
We need to move on.
Let me dead all this. Because at the end of the day, when basketball players can hoop, right, we see an ascension. Kyle Kuzma, after his first year, has been relatively the same player.
AD got there.
AD been there and LeBron been there. He got to get out of his shadow, man. He just need to be out of his shadow. He'll be motivated. We'll see what he does.
We'll see.
I think he'll be okay.
When you
I really
ball, do. It don't matter who the hell is there or not.
That ain't true. Because that whole team, is mental.
Jermaine O'Neal.
We talked about that team. We talked about that whole team is fragile mentally.
We didn't know Jermaine O'Neal could be the man until he got to Indiana.
Where was Jermaine?
When he was in Portland. He was stuck on the bench, bro. They were so deep.
Zach Randolph stuck on the bench.
Where?
Kyle Kuzma is going to be somebody's body.
But he balled.
He balled after he got a shot.
No, he balled in Portland.
Not at first, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, not at first.
This guy is
Chris Duarte from Oregon. Let me get through some of these super chats. Aldrin J said the Kings backcourt, Fox, Halliburton, and Mitchell gonna be fire.
That's a crowded backcourt.
It is. Yeah. Fender Strat, what's up, Fender Strat? Fender Strat said the Lakers have been a revolving door since Bron got there. Should have stuck with a championship roster.
They didn't win a championship with that roster. Never mind.
That's not a championship roster. And Dwight, those were the 2 critical losses.
Yeah. I had to think about it.
Should have kept one of those.
You forget that championship, don't you? Drink more water.
Honest one.
Drink more water said Westbrook, LeBron, and AD combined for $120 million. The cap is $112. Gasol is the only other player under contract. How will the Lakers fill the roster?
Watch.
Exactly. You're going to see it.
Same way every other
They're going to slide a bunch of money to Adam Silver.
No, they're not. A motherfucker like DeMar is going to take fucking veterans minimum. Carmelo going to come over with a veterans minimum. All these people going to take.
LeBron don't want Carmelo.
And no. A divorce Melo is a dangerous Melo. All right. So we going to see Carmelo ball the fuck out. Hey, ain't he going to be in L.A.? He going to get a new Lala.
Oh, man. Caleb McCoy with the super chat.
I maintain where
what'd you say?
No, I was just saying I still maintain the same position I started the show with.
Manny wants nobody to come to LA.
Manny only want titles. He don't know how he gonna get the titles, but he want
them. Caleb McCoy with the super chat. Caleb McCoy said, "I think we use the word rebuild too loosely."
What situation?
Yeah,
when it comes to Westbrook,
I'm behind. So I'm sorry.
That's more retooling than rebuilding.
That's the only.
The Lakers.
That's the only situation I can remember we used the word rebuild.
Caleb McCoy, please expand on that when you get a chance later on in the chat. I'm gonna get to it. Drink more water. Said Milwaukee's big 3 fit better than the Lakers' big 3.
Milwaukee does not have a big 3.
They do have a big 3. Their 3 best players.
That's because they all over 6'4". That don't mean you a big 3, nigga.
Ain't no big 3.
No, that's not a big 3. You ain't picking Chris before in every round of the playoffs. You even shitted on Giannis all season. So how you gonna say they a big 3 now?
at the end of the day, the 3 best players, they all have been all-stars at some point in time. They may not be the best big 3 in the league, but they're a big 3.
They're not even top 5. Some of them aren't even top 5.
They ain't better than the Lakers big 3.
They're the best 3.
What? They're not even a top 5. What?
That's not a big 3.
But you
arguably
have the best perimeter defender, the best overall player, and Chris Middleton.
Oh, okay, exactly. So there we go. He was reaching.
But is Drew not considered the best perimeter defender in the league? When you ask his peers, everybody says he is.
Yeah, but that's never how we judge point guards as far as them being a big 3.
Yeah.
Well, we should.
But we've never said, but big 3 was always a connotation for these are some of the best guys in the league.
Exactly.
And they're on one team together.
Yes.
Okay,
so now the best defensive guard in the league.
No, he has a
whatever.
I think that's an important aspect to the equation, but I still wouldn't put him in big 3 category.
Q's right.
For that reason.
Big 2? They have a big 2?
No.
They don't even have a big
They
2.
have a duo.
They got a big 1.5.
We were all there in 2008. We all seen what that big 3 moniker
Woody?
came apart. You know what I mean? It came about for Boston because they had 3 of the best players in the league. It was a big 3 because of that. Yeah. It wasn't because
you know
big
that's
2,
like
that's
big
like
1.5, whatever.
That's like saying Chris Webber, Allen Iverson, and Kyle Korver were a big 3 in Philly. What the hell? No, that's not what that was. Like we talking about you know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about, y'all?
I forgot about that squad.
Come on,
no,
y'all.
Listen, big 3, whatever. The question is their roster construction is better than the Lakers as currently constituted, which is a little bit
got the best player on the planet.
We don't know, but we don't know what the Lakers roster is going to look like.
You can say it's not a big 3 and then say it's better than the Lakers. How?
Because they don't got Giannis.
I just whoa, calm down. I just said that the question pertained to that.
How?
I think it's unfair to say that because you don't know what the Lakers roster is going to look like from now to October.
But so then why you hate the trade? So why you hate where the Lakers at right now, Manny?
That's what I'm saying. You can't have this shit both ways, bro. You cannot.
No. What am I having both ways? I'm just answering the question. Somebody made a comment. They left a super chat. They said the big 3, big 2, big 1.5, big whatever.
Big worm, big perm, big snake.
A roster construction than the Lakers currently do right now.
But why is Milwaukee's roster construction better?
Because the Lakers roster is not finished yet. So you can't really say that. That's all I'm responding to.
The Bucks have been working on this science project for
my point.
5 seasons.
Thank you, Ken. Exactly my point. So what makes Milwaukee's construction better than the Lakers?
Because right now they got the best player on the best championship team right now. They just got off the title.
So that makes them better.
Yes. You win the title. Did the Lakers win the title?
So no. Better roster construction?
The Lakers have 2 MVPs.
You can make that argument. We'll see. The games have to be played. I don't know that. I don't know what Milwaukee is in regards to the Lakers or not. I don't know that.
You just said big 3.
What I'm saying is I was responding to a super chat. Now, you asked me what my deal is with the trade. I don't like Russell Westbrook. Ken was right. I don't like Russell Westbrook. To me, he's a loser. He's not a loser. He's a CP3. He never wins. He puts up all these gaudy stats, and he never wins.
Oh, my goodness.
He never wins.
The man went to a finals. Russell Westbrook. Never wins, but he wins.
No, talking to the mic, Ken. Talking to the mic.
This is dope right here.
So wait. He's gone to a finals, but he never wins. He drags bum teams to the playoffs, but he's never wins.
Oh my God!
So wait, hold on, Manny, because me and you got beef right now. How can you say that the Milwaukee Big 3 is better than the Laker Big 3?
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Wait, hold on. The question was whose Big 3 is better? Can I get a redo of the question? Was the question
Milwaukee's Big 3 fits better than the Lakers' Big 3?
And you're saying that
that's better. This big 3 did not even exist in people's mouths when they was playing against Atlanta. They was about to lose, and everyone was like, "Oh, look at Giannis, it's over, y'all. It's washed." Shimmying on this nigga, and everyone said it's over. But as soon as it get to the finals, everyone went, "It's a big fucking 3." Have niggas lost it? That's nutty as hell. That's not a big 3. A big 3 is you got to be a top 20 guy. You got to be a top 20, top 25 guy, and you got to be 3 of them on one team. It can't be. You can't just be Kyle Kuzma Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and call that the Lakers' big three. Like that doesn't make sense. You
Pause
gotta
for a
have
second.
a
That's
repertoire.
nice right
I want to acknowledge real
Reputation.
quick what the NBA just did for Terrence Clark. Shelton brought it to my attention, so I feel like we should definitely make note of that. He was the guy that died in the
car accident when he was working out. Yeah.
So that's really dope that they decided to honor him like that tonight. So
yeah. Shout out to the NBA.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
For real. And a lot of the league liked him already. Everybody liked this guy. I saw nothing but great things about him. And I watched a lot of his interviews after the fact, but he dope. You know, he dope.
Man,
He had a
I
good
hate seeing shit like that, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Terrible.
Because I watched the video of his crash, and I kept saying, man, dang, if he had just left a second later, we would be having this discussion.
Not even just him playing
That kinda
basketball.
sucks.
This is young life.
in the accident?
He was speeding. He had to get somewhere, and he was speeding down the street, and somebody clipped him.
Oh, they T-boned him.
No, they just clipped him, but he hit a wall.
Oh,
Went right into the wall.
Oh.
But Q was spot on when he said that people were questioning the Bucks.
Yeah, he's
they always
yeah.
do.
To FIFO's point, the question is, the Bucks have a better fitting. That was the question.
Yes.
I don't agree with that. Now, if your question or your narrative that you're trying to get to, and I'm directing this to the person that left the super chat, do they fit better right now? Yes. Do they fit better? Do they complement each other better? Yes. Does that mean they're better? That means they're talented or more talented than the Lakers? No. So that was the point that I was trying to make. Yes. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Giannis complement each other better, keyword better, than Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. I don't think that's a hyperbolic statement to make. I don't think that's crazy to say that.
I think when I look at this Laker big three, it's very, in my opinion, very reminiscent of what they had in Miami. You have a big man that can hit corner threes and kill the mid range and take advantage of smaller
so now
guys.
AD's going to be less in the post than we all like it to be.
Well, he was always.
But he was always that.
Right.
That was always AD. He never wants to be in the paint like that. And then, Russell Westbrook is comparable to D-Wade. I think D-Wade was a slightly better playmaker, but in terms of tenacity, IQ, wanted, that's just relatively the same. Neither one of them were great three-point shooters, right? Both of them dominate the mid-range and attack the basket, and LeBron is LeBron. They made that shit work, didn't they? They won a couple of titles, didn't they? So I don't to me, answering the question directly, the big three in LA fits and complements better than what the Bucks got.
We got another super chat from Drink More Water. Drink More Water said, if Jeremy Grant can average 20 plus, Kuzma can get 20 plus.
No.
Yeah.
You know why? You know what the difference is?
What the difference?
Athletic ability. Jeremy Grant, first of all, he gets easy buckets. Why? Because he plays defense. When you get a steal, whatever, you can go and get an easy bucket. So Jeremy Grant gets an easy 2 to 4 points there over Kuzma. Jeremy Grant's a better rebounder than Kuzma. Jeremy Grant.
Everybody's better than Kuzma, basically.
He's better than Kuzma.
How many points you got Kuzma averaging this year?
Same as he was in LA.
Oh, wow.
16,
he
17?
is, bro, but development is... But development is such a...
this year?
It's such a fragile process, man. The development of NBA players, it's a real fragile process for some guys. Some guys can just rise up in any environment, no matter where you put them in, no matter what coach, no matter what personnel you put around them. But there are guys who, they have their head case. Yeah, there are guys who, have to be in the perfect situation. Yeah, there are guys who have to be talked to a certain way. That's just how it is. And Kuz might be that guy who needs to be just put in a situation.
Correct.
That privileges his ability to be a microwave. All right, bro, you missed 2 shots. I'm not gonna pull you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was in his head a lot.
Playing with LeBron, but playing with LeBron, Sheldon, you have to hit that corner 3. That's why you're here. But if you're in Washington, who cares if you just missed 2, bro? Keep going down the court.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this.
He's in the perfect situation for himself. He's a guy that is going to average 18 points a game on a bad team, putting up numbers. Like, that's his role.
And maybe
he's best at that.
And you know what, Manny? Maybe his destiny is to be a role player who plays 12 minutes of really impactful basketball on a championship team. Maybe that's his destiny and that's his ceiling as a player. But let's at least give him that and understand that not a lot of guys can do that. Not a lot of guys can be that guy, and maybe he just has to grow into that.
If Bradley
maybe we're
Beal,
overthinking it.
If Bradley Beal is no longer on this roster next season,
he won't be.
Rory is going to be the highest score player on that squad, and it won't be Kyle Kuzma.
Okay, y'all not gonna convince FIFO shit on Kyle Kuzma. We can move on.
Kyle Kuzma averaged 12
of course.
games last year.
That's why they play the games. We'll see.
Maybe 14.
And Rudy's great. Rudy's a great
desire
player.
to leave. We know that's been.
Yeah.
The next
that could be that Russell Westbrook. No. Russ is the problem.
But
he fuck with Russ.
I'm not saying that he don't. Everybody that play with Russ say that, but while they on the court and they don't win, what's the innuendo?
All right, we ain't shitting on Russ right now.
So KD ain't had no problem with Russ.
He
Of course not. We
didn't.
can never
James
shit on
Harden
Russell
ain't had no
Westbrook
problem
in
with
this
Russ. Get the fuck out of here, man.
All right.
He didn't.
Russell Westbrook's the
Who
greatest.
has KD not had a problem with?
True. The Cavs traded Ricky Rubio. They traded for Ricky Rubio. They sent Taurean Prince to Minnesota for Rubio and a 2022 second round pick.
And that's farting to win news for tonight, folks.
What'd you say, Q?
And some honey buns.
I said, Antorian Prince, that type of move, he'll be in a Laker jersey by the middle of the season. No, for real. No, for real, bro. No, for real. Manny, I'm serious. That's how they gonna build this out. A guy like Satoransky's gonna come off from Chicago and take a veteran minimum. That's how y'all gonna get this popping, man. It's just a matter of filling in with shooters, get one more two-way guy to replace Kuz. Y'all straight.
And I love the optimism y'all show, man.
It's it's not optimism. It's LeBron looking at two all-world talents and being
all
like,
I'm saying is it's optimism, right? You guys are ultimately optimistic.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the
it.
thing to this.
I feel it, man.
How many times has LeBron proved everybody wrong when they assume that they're making a bad move around him? That's the only reason. You can't help but believe at this point.
Why would the Cavs trade for Ricky Rubio with all those guards there?
Because the Cavs don't know what the fuck they doing.
No, because what that means is that all them guards ain't gonna be.
Yeah,
all them
somebody's
guards on that
moving.
roster.
Somebody's gonna move.
I know the organization really likes both Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, but one of them is gonna go.
Sexton
Which
is
one,
gonna
I
go.
don't know. So they're gonna move on from them. You saw that they drafted a big. So that means, and more than likely, Jared Allen is going to be gone. I don't think they're going to re-up.
Yeah, they said that. I forgot what team wants Jared Allen.
So
it's a playoff team, though. I think.
There they go. Another check in the white player box. Corey Kispert.
Yeah, you know you're white, but when his highlights is him playing with his dog.
if you're Steph, do you like the fact that they drafted two guards though?
Who, me?
Not anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you talking about the Cavs?
Who was the second pick? Who was the second pick?
They drafted like a forward.
They drafted a small forward.
Yeah.
Kuminga's a forward. Kuminga's a forward, and who's the second? Who's the 14th pick that they just got?
They just took what's his name?
I got it.
Let me read the next super chat while you're looking for that. Dragon Knight 49. What's happening, Dragon Knight?
What
up? More likely to improve, Ben Simmons or Kuzma? God, dog.
That's
more likely to improve Kuzma or Ben Simmons?
Nah, Moses Moody's a shooting guard, and Moses Moody out of
Arkansas.
Yeah, I know who Moses.
Jonathan, what's his name?
Jonathan Kuminga out of
Moses Moody. I didn't understand that pick.
Out of Arkansas, and then you got Kuminga, who's going to probably play a lot of threes. He's not.
Kuminga's a three. So I understand that one. The Moses Moody pick, I don't understand that one.
So
that one.
If you're Steph, I mean, Golden State, I've seen y'all draft young guys the last 3 years now, and none of them besides Jordan Poole have really panned out in terms of like flashing. So
Wiseman flashed. If you're talking about just flashing,
you're saying guards, right?
Not consistently enough
Jordan Poole.
Warriors fans.
No, he's a guard. Jordan Poole is
the development with big men is always
Poole is that backup point guard,
and that's why because the window for Golden State is small now. So I'm looking at Steph on some like, what is he thinking about with his contract extension, and what moves are they gonna make? Are they gonna trade Wiggins? Like, where does he go? You know what I mean?
Really
all these different things.
Looking at three, just threes and fours.
I think Golden State's in the move. I think Golden State's in the situation where I don't think they want to make anything too drastic until they know what Klay Thompson is.
I also think they couldn't get nobody to get these picks off, so they just pick them motherfuckers.
No, there's a lot of buyers in the league right now. I 100% think that they want to CYA and get that young talent and be able to build them in their program, because 100% they don't know what Klay is. If Klay gets injured again, more than likely you're gonna have to.
You saying he's
have to
done?
blow it up.
He's done.
Yeah. If Klay gets injured again, yeah, I think he can still be valuable in the league because when you could catch and shoot like that, you could play anywhere.
I want to hit another trade. The Suns traded for Landry Shamet.
Yes. Before the draft.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I really like
That's a good pickup.
That's nice.
That's a good pickup.
I didn't understand that from Brooklyn's standpoint.
I don't either.
Because when you have that big three that they have, in addition to Joe Harris, in addition to Dinwiddie, Landry Shamet is the guy that's going to be open.
I can't understand how Landry Shamet is on his fourth team already.
Well, it be guys like that are valuable, but they get moved because of whatever reason.
They're
right?
valuable to other teams. It always feels like there's guys that are valuable to your team, but they're probably even more valuable to another team in a trade. So
for me,
guys like him are so valuable that their currency almost like
he's
pennies,
going to the
right.
right.
It's like everybody got him, but it's still valuable, but it's not in the marketplace a premium because you're trying to get something better than just a guy who can play.
Yeah, but Brooklyn didn't get that though. And when I looked at the trade, I'm like, it's not necessarily a salary dump. It's not like you improve your position in the draft. What was the purpose? So obviously, to me, the Suns won that draft, and it makes sense for the Suns because we saw down the stretch nobody could hit shit, and I kept saying, "Hey, Cam Johnson needs to play more. He does need to play more, even over Michael Bridges." And some of these guys, you're not going to be able to afford, right? Michael Bridges, and I heard reports they're going to start. He's going to ask for like $20 million a year, and I said, "Who? Why?"
And when Booker's sitting those couple minutes, Shamet can come in and hit 100%. A couple shots, you know.
And Shamet can play in a pinch backup point guard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I like his versatility, even though he's not necessarily known as a defender. He's gritty on that side. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do his best, but I don't understand it from Brooklyn's standpoint at all.
I don't either.
Well, it's probably because you're trying to open up touches for your hella ball handlers that you have. And
but that's the thing about
maybe they're trying to open up
though.
salary.
And this is
more of a salary move than
how you took on salary. You swapped salary. You didn't dump salary.
When you're that much against the cap, you look at your roster and you're like, okay, a Landry Shamet, he's making how much? And I don't even know off the top of my head how much Landry Shamet is making.
Look at this.
Is he on a rookie deal?
He's on a rookie deal.
Now, I don't know if y'all watching this, but this has been hard to watch. They're not showing highlights of these players. If you watch the NFL draft, they giving you a constant ticker of what these guys are doing. If you've never seen these guys
showing
play,
a little bit of highlights.
It ain't like it's like this last pick. There was nothing.
Do I need to
and
go
some
to
of
ESPN?
them, some of them is some, but it's very.
ABC
it's not enough.
It may be the programming because ABC is just more about this is the casual basketball fan. ESPN is like if you want the real draft analysis.
Hey, AQ, what were you gonna say before I hit this other bit of news that I saw?
Nah, you sure you can go ahead.
All right.
I got another super chat too. Oh, go ahead. You have something?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We got a super chat from Chill Vibes 24. Chill Vibes, what's happening? He said, "Did y'all see what Philly offered the Warriors for Ben? I did not.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
4 first-round picks.
4 first-round picks.
Wait, hold on. Who proposed the trade? Philly or Golden State?
Philly.
Philly did.
Philly said to get Ben Simmons, we need 4 first-round picks.
So the Warriors rejected their offer. I got it right here. The Warriors turned down Philly's steep asking price of Wiggins, Wiseman, and 4 first-rounders for Simmons. They're not really shopping Simmons.
They was not really shopping him to say that goofy-ass shit.
Yeah, to me, if you give me Wiseman, Wiggins, and a first-round pick and like 2 second-round picks, we can make that happen.
Not even that. That's even asking too much.
From
way too much.
The Warriors?
From Golden State.
Ben Simmons ain't shit.
You tripping.
Ben Simmons ain't shit. What does Ben Simmons do for the Warriors?
What do you mean? He's a better.
I'm asking you.
He's a better Draymond. He's a way better Draymond. He's a way better Draymond.
I don't think that. I don't even think he's better. I don't think he's a way better Draymond now.
That's my only thing.
I feel you. Wiseman is my question mark, but I'm like, I could go get a JaVale McGee.
But with trades, sometimes it's about leverage. And a lot of times it's about leverage. And the Sixers really don't have any leverage because you're trading Ben Simmons when his value is low or when his perceived value is low. Yes, everybody knows he's talented, but everybody, if I'm a GM, if I'm putting my GM hat on, I'm like, well, I'm not about to give you this, this fucking monumental offer for a guy you're trying to offload that you have question marks about. If you have question marks about him, I'm gonna have the same question marks about him too. So it's about leverage. Everybody in the league already knows that the Sixers are trying to trade him. They're trying to offload him because he just doesn't fit. So you don't have that leverage of commanding, oh yeah, I want 6 first-round picks and I want this and I want that.
But you know what, Manny?
So the six,
I understand the leverage part, but 4 first-round picks is asinine because there's only right now in the league maybe 2 or 3 guys that you can even ask for that. Giannis, Steph,
right,
KD, and Bron, and outside of that,
but that's what I that's what I mean.
You your lips to ask for 4 first-round picks?
I think
right. That's what I mean, though. That's what I mean, though. Like if this was Ben Simmons, after his rookie year, where everybody thought, "Oh my God, this dude is," then yeah, okay, maybe we can have that conversation.
Manny, that's the point that I'm saying. That there's only 4, maybe 5 guys in the league that are worth 4 first-round picks, and Ben was never one of those.
Well,
yes.
what does the Philly guy say?
But I think Daryl Morey knows this, and I think that it's just a formality. You know what I mean? When you have a distressed asset like this, and a guy who's not returning your calls, quote unquote, you have guys who doesn't want to, communicate with your coaching staff at all once the season's over. So the bridge has been burned. So now with this distressed asset, I think Daryl Morey's thought process is, I got to build him up, so I got to exaggerate his value. So if I have, this okay Honda, but I'm trying to get Bugatti price for it, I'm going to talk it up like it's the greatest car ever. But I don't think Ben is a Honda. I think he is a luxury car. He just can't do certain things that other luxury cars can. And I think that Daryl Morey has to up his value more and say, 4 first-round picks so guys can negotiate down from that to get a solid deal. He can't just go in and be like, hey, everyone, hat in hand, do you all want Ben Simmons? We know he can't shoot.
No, but you got to make a realistic. You got to make a realistic offer though, too.
But fuck being realistic when you're trying to get a good deal. Because if you come in with hat in hand and you're saying,
no, I'm not saying come in hat in hand. You come in at a realistic level, and you can either negotiate up or down from that point.
Well, I'm not saying but that people are going to drive you down because, bro, 0 points, like the whole passing the ball, all of those thoughts, that seeps into people's negotiating. So automatically, if he goes in and says, how about Wiseman, Wiggins, and a first-round pick? They'll say, how about Wiseman in the first-round pick? Then you just be like, man, this is not a trade.
But that's just normal negotiating. But when you sit there and answer. But if the Warriors called you, if you were GM and the Sixers called you, and they talking about Wiseman, Wiggins, 4 first-round picks, you hang up the phone. Like,
yeah, of course.
Get the fuck out of here.
Of course. But hopefully, of course, but Daryl Morey's not gonna be like, oh, okay, well, that's the final price. You're hoping that
they're gonna talk some more.
You're hoping that you get more talk, and you're hoping that over the time, and maybe before the season, maybe mid-season or deadline, that guy calls back and says, hey, is it still that same price? And things have changed, players have moved, guys know what their roster is gonna be, and then maybe you have a clear understanding. So I get why they're doing it. You just gotta, kind of ride it out with Daryl Morey sometimes. He's crazy as shit, but he know he's doing it at least.
I didn't read the other part to that. The other part he said on that was they got to be trolling. He said also, shout out to Q and Manny. Always great to have y'all on the show.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
I wanted to get to this before they pick. Thoughts on the Hawks shopping Cam Reddish?
Remember what I said when they drafted Cam? I said Huter was on the table. It's the other way around. But I knew that they weren't going to keep all 3 of them.
Too much to keep all of them.
You cannot financially afford all of that. And when you look at the way Trae Young has ascended, max deal. Anything less than the max is disrespectful to Trae Young right now. Right?
Especially after this run.
Exactly. So you know he's going to get maxed out. John Collins, question mark. He's a 2010 power forward / small ball 5, big 3, you know what I'm saying, in terms of, the small forward position. He wants max money. That's why I said question mark. Are you going to pay him or not? But then on top of that, you have Kevin Huter that was in the same draft as Trae Young. So that means when you give Trae Young the extension, you got to pay Huter too. Obviously not no max money, but you're going to have to give him 50 to 80, somewhere around that. I don't know how many years, but that's around the money that he's going to command. On top of that, DeAndre Hunter. You know that they're going to pay him. Why? That's your defensive stalwart out there. Cam Reddish, out of those three guys, is the one that has proven the least. So he is the one that's going to get moved. Unfortunately, I think he has the biggest ceiling. Yeah. And we saw him in the Bucks when he came back finally and took DeAndre Hunter's minutes. Cam, after a little pep talk from Nate what's his last name? Nate McMillan. You know what I'm saying? Cam looked like the guy he's supposed to be. Yeah. So, to Manny's point, outside of Ben Simmons, you're shopping Cam Reddish at his highest point right now.
And that was an attempt to move into the lottery. So, he carried a lot of value. So it was the 20 and Cam for the attempt to move into the
That's
lottery.
fucked up, though, because they ain't even move up. So
everything that FIFO said was spot on. And the other caveat is like the Hawks, they see it. They see that this is their time to really make that ascension, to really get into that conversation of being a championship level team. So when you're in that situation, you look at your roster and like, okay, who's my most valuable asset? And just currently looking at it, it's Cam Reddish. So yeah, I think they're shopping him around. I don't think they're just going to trade him away for anything. I think if a deal makes sense, then I think they will definitely pull the trigger. And it's going to be a mutually beneficial type of deal, because it's going to be beneficial to Cam Reddish because he's going to go somewhere where he's going to be allowed to blossom and flourish, hopefully. And then if you're the Hawks, you're going to make a trade that not only helps you this year, but in years moving forward.
Where would y'all like to
it's
see
a smart.
Where would you like to see him go?
Nowhere.
Yeah, I want him to stay here. So before we answer that question, Shelton, you know what I think the domino that has to fall before they make a decision with Cam? Are they going to pay John Collins or not?
They're not paying John Collins.
Because if you don't pay John Collins...
They should.
Hey, look, I think he's worth big money. I don't think he's worth max money.
Right.
They can move him, though. I think that they should sign him.
You said they can improve on him?
I think that they can move him. Oh. I think that they should sign him now.
But that's no. See, okay. You got in a sign and trade, right? The problem with the Hawks, right? What's the salary cap? 112 million, right? In any given year. And what you do is you take the salary of that player for that year, and that's what counts against your cap, not the total, right? So I just want to clarify that for everybody here. When you look at signing and trading John Collins, let's say you sign him to a 5-year, $120 million deal. That means that I believe it's 80% of that money has to come back. So what you're doing is you're tying up salary cap, the same salary cap that you have to use to pay your guys. You can do that because you drafted them and you have their bird rights, but do you understand the luxury tax that comes with that? Right. If they don't sign John Collins, it's because they're going to let him walk for nothing because they believe that the talent that they have is enough, and you could go get another Danilo Gallinari, or you could start Danilo Gallinari instead of John Collins. So if you don't sign John Collins, it's not because you're going to sign and trade him. You don't want the salary cap space to be tied up because you got 3 potential guys that are going to be all north of 50 to 80 million. So no, you if John Collins walks, you're not getting shit for him.
Is that Kyrie?
Right.
Y'all see this picture of Kyrie sleeping in the...
I thought that was Kanye. Ain't that where he's sleeping in the Mercedes Benz?
Yeah, Kanye sleeping in the little bed on the... We got a super chat from Flavian. Oh, Flavian Zero again. Flavian said, OKC got 17 future first-round picks starting in 2022. That's a lot.
Yep.
That's a lot. And they could do a lot of special things with that.
You can make a lot of trades. You can get some players.
Trades.
Well, it's time to start making that happen.
Some of them and
they were in the finals. Almost a decade. Damn, that's a decade ago. That's
y'all resisting the rest.
Going back to the Hawks discussion, because I think the Hawks are a very interesting team. I don't understand this. I understand it from a financial perspective, but I don't understand this conversation with John Collins. Like, to me, I look at him as he's definitely a part of the core. Like, I'm not even discussing.
I won't go that far.
Not trading him, but letting him go.
Well, Manny, my only issue with John Collins, and I understand why he's asking for it, is it's the max contract.
He's a rich man, Bobby Portis.
But somebody's gonna. Here's the thing, right? With contracts and asking prices and values, you're not gonna do it. Somebody else definitely will.
Oh, 100%.
And that's the thing about that too is like, okay, I'm not saying you guys are saying this, but take a Hawks fan. Oh yeah, let John Collins walk. Who's replacing John Collins? Who's replacing what he brings to the table? Who's replacing his production? Danilo Gallinari?
Well, I know, but he's
don't-
a stopgap because since the Hawks are so young, they're looking at improvement from Huter and DeAndre Hunter to make up the gap in terms of scoring. You know what I'm saying? But what John Collins brings, I agree with you. It's hard to replicate what John Collins brings in the package that he brings it in. He's a Lob City finisher. He now has a reliable 3-point shot. He's a legit 6'10". He could be a small ball 5. He brings a lot to the table. It's difficult, in my opinion, to let him walk for nothing. That's to me, and I agree with you too, Manny. He is part of the core. To me, the core of this squad is John Collins, Trae Young, Huter, and DeAndre Hunter. Those 4 guys you got to keep.
That means that's a lot. That's a lot for a core.
What do you mean that's a lot for a core?
I'm saying like a core is usually just like a solid 3. If you add in 4 or 5, then that means somebody you can let go of. In my opinion, I think John Collins is there. I think y'all overhyping John Collins. I don't think he's worth the max deal. I don't even think he's worth the $100 million deal.
Let me ask you this: is he better than Julius Randle?
No.
Oh, you tripping like a motherfucker, bro.
How is he better than Julius Randle?
He is way better than Julius.
Name me one stat that he does better than Julius Randle. In the meantime, the Knicks pick is coming up. This is what we all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping they get either Isaiah Jackson or Keon Johnson.
3 years.
You know they trying to, while they doing this, they were talking about.
Oh, Knicks are trading 19 to
Man,
Charlotte.
fuck all that. When you said that shit, I was like,
You heard me?
You said what?
Somebody said Knicks are trading the 19 to Charlotte.
Oh, that's real?
Is it real?
I thought you were trolling.
Nah, he was dead. As soon as he said that, I knew he was dead ass.
I like James Boatnight, but since we talking about the Hornets,
Fuck, man, I wanted Keon Johnson.
I like James Boatnight.
Let's go, man. Shit, I'm over here miserable.
The Knicks got 2 first-round picks, right? The Knicks got 2 first-round picks, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they do. They got 19 and 21.
Okay. So now they have what?
21. And whatever we give them back.
They traded out of the first round?
Yeah, they traded out of first round. I don't know what they got.
Yeah. Whatever. Maybe they feel like they can get Keon Johnson in the second round. Or
Keon Johnson is I think he's a steal in this draft.
If the Hornets trade up, they're gonna get Jalen Johnson.
And maybe they think they can get him in.
Jalen Johnson.
But I also like Isaiah. They most likely gonna go for Isaiah Jackson. He's a Kentucky boy. And they like.
But
what'd you say, Manny?
Going back to the Hawks though. Is John Collins better than Julius Randle? I think John Collins has a higher ceiling than Julius Randle.
Is he better than him right now?
Yeah, I would say he's better. I would say he's a better player right now. Yeah.
The fuck out of it. What are y'all seeing? What are y'all talking about?
Look. I'm gonna break down some numbers. Now, Julius definitely has some numbers in his favor, but he also played close to 10 more minutes per game.
I asked the numbers.
I'm about to
if he was that good, he would get more minutes. So don't give me that. So then what's
who's
the
a
numbers?
deeper team? Who's a deeper team?
Doesn't matter.
It does
They
matter.
both made the playoffs.
No,
You a GM, you drafted Julius
those players
Randle.
don't play out of this.
Kid. Answer the question, kid.
Are you?
Randall, man.
I think
Randall's
so
better than John?
I think so
What
too.
are you seeing out of John that make you say
I
that
think
John?
they both had rough playoffs, but I
John
think Randall
Collins
just
shoots
does more.
10% better from the field.
Okay, is he a 10% better player?
John Collins is just scratching the surface of how good he could be. Like
John Collins.
And you don't
what
think
you're
Julius
seeing
Randle?
this year?
He just won Most Improved Player of the Year. You talking about he at the ceiling? No, Julius Randle's gonna get better. Shit, after that playoff run, he better get better. Shit, I got money on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like Julius Randle, I think you see. I think he could get a little bit better, but I think this version of Julius Randle is the peak.
He's gotten better every year.
I agree with that, but I don't know how much more.
John Collins though. John Collins is just scratching the surface.
What do y'all see John Collins becoming? What is his?
Tell me.
Just a slightly more consistent version of where he is right now.
What's his compatible?
Can he get his own shot?
That's a good point, Darryl Brown.
No, he
get
cannot.
His own shot?
Nope.
It depends on who's guarding him.
Then he can't get his own shot.
No, he can't.
It's a yes or no question.
That's his next. That's his next.
What's
that's his
FIFO's
next
favorite thing to say?
Getting
What's
his own shot.
He always say like, if you gotta lead a team to be to star and shine, then you ain't shit. If you can't get your own shot on anybody in the NBA, then you ain't shit. You don't never question nobody else getting their own shot.
He can get his own shot. He can get his own shot. Is that in his repertoire? Is he a specialist at that right now?
What does he do? What does John Collins do great offensively? Can you put him in the block? Can he work in the block?
Yeah.
Or is he more like
Yeah.
He ain't a post up. He
not.
can't post up, and he ain't good at
picker.
He's a pick and pop guy. And
He could do a little bit of everything.
He's a picker.
And he could do a little bit of everything.
He can. Look.
He alright at a little bit of everything.
Drink more water with a super chat said Julius Randle made second team All NBA.
Let's see if he does it next year.
Okay, all right, but you said he better than him right now.
Now, listen, I'm a Julius Randle fan. I'm just saying right now, if those two cats were in the draft right now, I would seriously consider picking John Collins because the upside is real.
Let's not talk about
Julius
upside.
Randle.
Let's talk about where they are now.
Exactly. Thank you.
We can't talk about what
That was the comment. That he's better than him right now. It wasn't like upside.
At best, they're tied.
Oh,
John Collins plays.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Take him off.
John Collins plays 10 less minutes. 10 less minutes, scores 7 less points.
He didn't even run down his stats.
Minutes,
you see, he didn't run down his stats.
24 points to 17 points.
Okay.
11 rebounds to 8 rebounds.
Okay.
55% from the field to 45% in favor of John Collins.
Okay.
And also 3-point percentage.
What about assists?
I didn't look at assists.
Is he a dependent player?
Who?
John Collins.
He is. He's more dependent than Julius.
Yeah,
he's more dependent than Julius. Julius can do more off the or with the ball in his hand than John Collins can.
That's my concern with John Collins because when Trey came off the court, like he got exposed.
True. But John again, he's a picker, right? Meaning that he could pick and pop now, or he could pick and go to the basket. In my opinion, John Collins is a better finisher around the rim than Julius is, right? And again, he is a dependent player. He needs a guard that at an elite level that can get him those easy buckets, those easier buckets. So I give you that. But again, and you know what, Ken? You know what it comes down to? It comes down to how you would like to construct.
He's going to Charlotte.
I know what I'm saying. Look at you.
Me as a GM and or coach, I like the stereotype big man that's gonna pick and roll, pick and pop, do whatever. But I like a point guard or an elite guard getting him the ball. Mm-hmm. I like to play that style of basketball. So that's why I like John Collins.
So you're saying you were biased in your analysis, pretty much.
A little bit.
So your analysis too, nigga. Like,
a little bit.
I asked FIFO for the numbers. Literally, Shelton said that he was second team All NBA, and he's the most improved player in the year. Come on.
I love both players. I'm just picking John Collins because I feel like John Collins has a little bit of a higher ceiling. Like, I don't think you've seen even the best of John Collins.
You're still scoring off of
which answers the next super chat is from Connor Pearson Ward. Connor Pearson Ward said John Collins has been in the league for at least 3 years, and he's still too reliant on Trae Young to get his.
Say that again one time for the people who ain't hear you.
He's been in the league for at least 3 years, and he's
I disagree
still
with that.
too reliant on Trae
What
Young.
else?
So before anybody else goes, I just want to say this. I think this is the best dressed draft class that I've seen. All these guys got some swag to them.
Aside from Jalen Green, I don't know what the fuck.
Jalen Green shit was hard.
Yeah, with the sprinkles.
Yeah.
Bell bottom joints. Like,
I like the sprinkles.
But K Jones, I think he might be the flyest dude.
But everybody else, I'm with you, FIFO. Everybody else,
you know, they already gave Cade Cunningham a nickname in Detroit. They call him Motorcade.
That's nice.
That is.
That's nice. I'm concerned about Cade already.
Bro, it's too much.
Stop it.
Stop
it.
I feel like when Frank Lucas put on that mink coat, everything it was too shoddy. Nigga. You shot it too early.
I'm telling you.
To close on the Hawks conversation, though, I think the Hawks are going to be a very interesting team to watch this offseason.
Second round, baby. They got to get there.
Marty McFly, you right. Sounds like FIFO saying Randall don't got a bag.
No, he do. And I said he's better with the ball in his hand than
Randall's
John Collins.
nice. Nobody is disparaging Randall. Randall's nice.
He's better than John with the ball.
You can't do super chats. Tigolo said he blocked. Can't do super chats.
What do you do?
We don't control that, bro.
Yeah, try that again, Tigolo. Now
What's his
we need them
question,
super
man?
chats.
Yeah, just say the question.
What's your super chat though? I mean, what's your question, Tigolo?
Who does the Hawks need right now at 20?
I don't think they get a guy that moves the needle for him.
Jalen Johnson? Somebody said that, and I think so.
I forgot he's still on the board.
You know where the Hawks are right now as an organization. Young players aren't going to move the needle for them. They need veterans. That's where they are.
Yeah, they're at that point. Yeah, they're at that point. They need their Andre Iguodala.
What you got, Tigolo?
I'm telling you, man. Who is he Absol?
Bro, now they drafted August Alsina.
Oh my God.
Hell no.
But now, if I'm the Hawks, I'm looking to move out of this draft. Not because there's not talent and they can get somebody that can play.
Y'all ready to compete?
Yeah, they're ready to compete, and it's at this point it's veterans. You got your.
They need their
core.
Iguodala. They need their Andre Iguodala. That's what they need. They need that veteran, that savvy veteran that's been through the playoff wars, that's going to take that team to the next level.
But you know what though?
That's what they need.
Jalen Johnson.
If they do want to take a backup playmaking point guard, Sharif Cooper is from here. He played at McEachern High School. You know what I'm saying? I followed him a lot.
Play?
Yeah, he could play, and he
can
grew
ball.
a lot too.
He can ball.
Yeah, he grew
Cam
a lot
Thomas,
at Auburn.
I like
Cam
Day'Ron
Thomas
Sharp
is a
too.
beast. Cam Thomas is a beast. And on the Hawks' point, if they're really going to let John Collins walk, then Jalen Johnson might be a fit because he's essentially a John Collins clone.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as big as John Collins. He's not as tall as John Collins, I should say, but he basically has the same play style.
But you know what? Remember, they drafted a Kongu last year.
Yep.
So and
He's out. He's out for 6 months. He had surgery today.
Yeah, but he'll be back in the regular season. But I think his development makes a lot of, they got to make it make sense too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a Kongu could take John Collins' place, but he has to be able to develop that outside game.
The Hawks are taking Jalen Johnson.
That's what I said.
That's an interesting move. That is a very interesting move. I would read into that. I would read into that move.
I need
You'll get a shot.
I want Isaiah Jackson or Keon Johnson. That's all I want to see.
Listen, if I'm a Hawks fan, I'm very intrigued by that move. Not just because it's Jalen Johnson, but also because what does that mean for John Collins?
Tickler, what you got? My mom just gave a super chat and didn't ask no questions, so you can ask one if you got one.
Oh, he didn't play last year?
He said,
Yeah, he played. He's the kid. He's the kid that left Duke early.
Yeah, he quit.
Oh, he's a quitter. Nah, we
we
don't.
don't rock with that. We all about equality criticism here.
Hey, this is
quitter.
Nah, get that Sharif guy.
Drink More Water said, swap Randall and Collins. Do the Knicks make the playoffs? Randall has proven he can lead a team to the playoffs and is a better playmaker.
That's I can't say no. I can't necessarily say yes. The main reason is because we know how Thibodeau plays, how he plays his guys, right? Like Thibodeau, you gonna play. Julius Randle averaged damn near 40 minutes a game last year. You know what I'm saying? So I think John Collins puts up similar numbers. Do they make the playoffs? I think so because the East is relatively weak. Does he get all the accolades that Julius got? Probably not. But I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because
he better play his ass off.
Who's to say that Julius does what he did with New York? What if he gets a diminished role?
White mama, black daddy. That's the theme of the night.
Same mama from the other.
I told you, bro.
That look like Kate.
I told you, bro. They got
They all
different,
got the
somebody
same.
got different daddies up there. Somebody got the
Listen,
same.
man.
Somebody got the same mama in the.
That is for the
Y'all
past
stupid,
2
man.
years.
Hey, she got that golden goose, boy.
Y'all say she the
You
house
fuck with
mom.
her, you get an NBA boy.
Y'all stupid,
You know,
man.
you buy those pictures at the store. You got that white family. Somebody hire her.
Hey.
Damn.
Nah, hey, Ken, we might be on to something. That's the formula for success.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
For a black man in America, get you a white woman.
Oh, he can do it.
6'9"
Y'all
and a
stupid,
half.
man.
I like that.
He replacing.
he
He gonna
tough
replace
now.
John Collins.
Yep.
That's what
Yeah,
that's
he's
we
tough.
looking at.
And that is a position of need. Because
That's
he's
what I'm
athletic
saying.
and he can score.
But he need weight. He only 210.
Ooh.
He ain't get-
I'm telling you, he nice.
Yeah.
You saw him. What he played? 9 games, 13 games for y'all?
Tickler, I like that nickname.
He played about 12 or 13 games.
Did he play that many?
He only sticking by him because of the brand. He only sticking by him because of the Duke brand. That's it.
Oh yeah, what school he went to?
Yeah,
You know
he
what I
has
mean? Come
he
on,
has
that's
commitment
a brotherhood
issues.
right there. But
Well, you said what school did he leave?
There was one team he didn't even play at all. There was another team he only played 9 games, and he quit
Yeah.
on Duke. I don't know, man.
mhm.
Look at that. We about. Hey, you speaking of big three? We about to have a big three.
I ain't looking for the nigga to run for office. Shit.
Hey, Tigolo said,
on the court.
Did y'all see my boy? Tigolo said, did y'all see my boy Lamar get COVID again? And he's anti-vax.
Oh, Lamar Jackson did get COVID.
He did get it again.
Is he anti-vax? Is he anti-vax?
Damn. Because he had the natural antibodies too.
But what does that mean? Because there's a hella baseball players just caught COVID and they've been double, triple vax.
Yeah, but they're not running around on the
They're not uncovered by the vaccine though. If you got the vaccine, then you can fight it off a little bit better. You still can pass. You can still pass Delta.
That's the thing that
COVID's
people
tackling the hell out of Lamar Jackson. He ain't gonna be able to get. He's sacked in the backfield. You try to.
Y'all niggas stupid.
He can't run. You say he can't run away from it.
We're not even gonna start that.
He fast. It ain't that fast, boy.
Oh boy.
Nah, if he get he might get compromised this year.
But I didn't know that he was anti-vaccine though.
I didn't know that either, but it makes sense.
I mean, he is an NFL player, and apparently all these niggas are anti-vaccine. I guess.
Yeah,
a big faction of them.
Daryl, you are correct. They said that he was saying that Jalen was a top 10 talent, but off the court stuff. That is true. He was a top 10 talent.
And he coming to Atlanta?
Yeah. he was supposed to be a lottery pick.
Well, no, his off the court stuff is he left his high school team early. He left his, obviously he left Duke. So there's questions about,
he's got a
leadership and all that.
A habit of quitting.
Yeah, he left his girl. He left everything.
He said he left his girl. He left Jesus.
Yeah.
When the going gets tough, Jalen Johnson got it.
Oh man. Chief Miyagi with the super chat. Chief Miyagi was happening as always. Where do the Celtics stack up in the East is presently constructed? Also, what the Celtics? Also, what do they need to be in title contention?
They just keep moving down that list in the East because
I don't think the Celtics are that. I just don't think the Celtics are that far away, man. I mean, I think when you can start your year with a healthy Jason Tatum and a Jaylen Brown, I just
you still got Marcus Smart.
Far away.
No.
And you still got Marcus Smart.
They're far away.
They're not far away.
How are they far
about
away?
2 moves away.
Okay, look, listen.
That's 2 moves away.
Let's look at Brooklyn. They not doing shit with Brooklyn if they see them in the playoffs.
I forgot about Brooklyn, yeah.
Right? They ain't doing shit with Brooklyn.
Take Brooklyn out of there. Okay.
Milwaukee could beat them because of defense. They don't have Kemba, and Kemba was
that's 2.
an albatross there, right?
Okay, that's 2.
So that's 2. Philly, we don't know what the hell is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're in a better position than Philly.
I think Philly can beat them.
Yeah,
because they can't do shit with
I disagree.
Joel. They can't do shit with Joel Embiid.
They beat them this year. Yeah,
I disagree.
And they had Kemba.
Yeah,
right.
Philly
So to me, Philly could beat them. The Hawks can beat them. I think New York can compete with them.
New York?
Yes. New York can compete. I didn't say beat.
Listen.
I said they can compete.
Talking about the Celtics?
Yes.
Listen,
New York can compete
is
with
not
Boston.
that far away.
Boston is
Listen,
2
I think
moves away.
everybody is jumping on the bandwagon that basically they should just blow it up and that they're never going to win. Listen, that team's got too much talent. I think that they fixed a lot of their issues as far as the coaching was a situation. I'm not going to sit here and say that Brad Stevens was a bad coach, but clearly there was something wrong there in that locker room, in the voice of that locker room. Whatever was going on, there was a problem there. Obviously, Kemba, there was an issue there. I think they got rid of 2 problems. Now let's see what they do. The guy that they hired to replace Stevens, everybody swears by him. Everybody swears by him. He's a Spurs guy. Everybody swears by him. Let's see. I don't know.
But Manny, the issue is because I like what they have still. They need a playmaking point guard. Them motherfuckers don't grow on trees, and they didn't draft high enough to get one.
Right.
And they don't really have the assets to go trade for one either anymore. That cupboard is relatively bare because your core now is Smart, Brown, and Tatum. Mm-hmm. So you're not letting none of them 3 go. Who else do you have to trade?
Too much talent we're talking about.
They still got the big man that
who?
That hurt himself in the playoffs. Robert Williams, I like that kid a lot.
Yeah,
like,
he's not consistent enough.
I don't know if he moves the needle though. Yeah,
no, he doesn't move the needle. He's not a superstar, but what he is he's their rim protector. He's their big man. So like, I like him as a part of the core.
But he's not part of the core.
All right.
He's expendable.
The pick is in.
But Nick,
what nobody care about these
Nick,
niggas.
what did you just say
Dayron Sharp.
in terms of the
Nick
Celtics?
don't care about anything you say.
Yeah, hold on.
don't.
Give
He don't.
me a second. There we go, baby. Hey.
Hey, Nick is
the
happier than
steal
me
of the
right now.
fucking draft.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you
That nigga
right
about to be
now.
Kevin
Rookie of
Knox
the year.
2.0.
All right, look
About to be Kevin
at
Knox
the year,
2.0.
baby.
He only wanted him because he
About
could
to be
drop
Kevin
40.
Knox 2.0.
Nick is higher than B right now on the list as far as
Knox
Same guy,
2.0.
still of the draft. This same guy that said R.J. Barrett was the best.
Hey, kid, why you bringing up old shit? Why y'all? I keep telling on every program I'm on Dead End. Y'all whisper my success and scream my failures. All right,
I'm
RJ
screaming a lot. My voice board.
Hey, Keon Johnson. Hey, probably the most athletic player in the draft.
All right, so you said that the Celtics are 2 moves away.
Yes,
Who do they move to get what they need?
I think
They still have those draft picks, right?
Them joints is running bare.
Hey, Nick, you happy with this?
I think they still have a couple left in the bag, though.
Whose
But they're not,
minutes
they're
is he
not
gonna
high
take?
lottery
Huh?
picks though.
we need scoring. We don't have scoring.
But you got IQ. You got
We have IQ, who's a
RJ.
shooter. RJ, who's a all-around defender, 3-and-D guy. Randall, who's we've seen is just a
God damn.
look at him, bro. I was looking at his highlights today. Ooh,
nice.
he's a pure scorer.
Whose
Look at
minutes
him.
is he taking out of those two? Because one of them,
He's a pure scorer.
all three of them can't
That's
play
Kevin
together.
Knox 2.0.
We had a bunch of old vets on our team, bro. You realize that most
I'm
of the
talking about the position he plays though. Is
he's a 2.
You know
We don't
who
have
he
a
look
2.
like to me?
Who?
Kevin Knox.
Get the
Kevin
fuck
Knox,
out
like
of
you
here.
said.
Kevin Knox
Kevin Knox 2.0.
Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean get the fuck? Kevin Knox came into the league.
Frank
Obviously, he
Ntilikina
had no
wasn't
50 inch
moving like
vertical.
that.
He ain't had no 50 inch vertical,
Frank
but the
Ntilikina.
motherfucker long as shit. He was yamming over people in college and doing all that type shit too. And what is he in the league now?
Yeah, he ain't check shooting.
I said scorer. I said he can score. He can get to the back.
But you already got that in RJ.
RJ's a 3-and-D guy. He ain't a scorer for real.
What do you mean not a scorer for real? What
What's
do
a
you?
3-and-D?
No, he's not.
RJ
Because the
no
3 is missing.
Yeah, he's
He's
suspect.
Yeah.
if you look at his stats from rookie year to this year, he improved heavily on his
I'm
three-point
not,
shooting.
and I'm not saying
and
that
he's getting to that point. I'm not saying he's there. now.
RJ is the definition of a shot maker. Like he's not.
You looking at where he is at now? I'm talking about where he's going to be.
No, I'm talking about where he is now and what
Yeah,
the
he'll never
mentality
be a
of the
pure
player
shooter.
is.
Yeah, he would never be a shooter.
Exactly, he's not a shooter. And Gilbert Arenas, I think, does the best job in describing this. He's a shot maker.
Would you say Kawhi Leonard is a scorer or a shooter or a scorer or a 3-and-D guy, a high-end 3-and-D guy, elite?
Who, Kawhi?
Yes.
No, Kawhi's a scorer.
Scorer.
And with San Antonio, he was a 3-and-D guy because that's how they used him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he left, he's a scorer.
Okay.
Because he could score anywhere, pull up this, that, and the third. He didn't handle the rock like that with San Antonio. When I look at RJ Barrett, he's a scorer, meaning he has the mentality that I could go get 30, 40, and he's a volume guy.
Yeah.
He's not a consistent, I'm going to chill here, catch and shoot 45% from 3. No, he's not that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get buckets. You know what I'm saying?
See,
In a
who
volume type of way.
So who do the Wizards get here? The Wizards. It's their pick.
We got a super chat from Connor Pearson Ward. What's up, Connor? I'm a Raptors fan. As presently constructed, do they get back into the playoffs?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
As presently constructed?
Okay, so are we counting Kyle Lowry or no Kyle Lowry?
No Kyle Lowry.
I'm counting Kyle. Presently constructed, Kyle's there.
But he's a free agent. So
But he said
technically-
presently. Yeah.
Okay,
Right now.
with Kyle Lowry in this draft pick, yes, they make the playoffs.
Kyle Lowry's leaving though.
Without Kyle
Kyle,
Lowry, I
no.
don't know.
Oh, they got Spicy P.
Who the fuck is that?
You talking about Siakam?
Oh,
Oh
get
my
out of
God.
here. I like Fred VanVleet, but I think Fred is the epitome of a combo guard. Can he play point guard? Yes. Should he be a starting point guard? No. Can he be a starting 2 guard or a 6-man? Yes. But
When he has to do all that, then it's not.
he's not as valuable when you have to put him in a point guard role like that. So I don't think they make it.
Super chat from Aldrin J. Aldrin J said Celtics is gonna ball when Neil Long appears courtside.
Oh, this guy over here swaggy, huh?
Oh,
That's it.
I told you, hey,
He can play.
he could play. I was looking at his
Oh, yeah,
highlights.
you were just talking
Yeah,
about
that's what. It's funny they went back to back. Yeah,
Oh, he
he's
gonna get all the Kuzma
he's
minutes.
he's not fully polished, but
all defensive team. Oh
but he-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
he played with LaMelo.
He's basically what a young athletic Montrezl Harrell.
What do you
They
mean?
said he played with LaMelo.
Oh, did?
Multiple blocks in 18.
He's a great shot blocker. He is a great shot blocker.
So that means 2 or more.
Okay, so
He could have been good on the Lakers next
Bill, Rue.
Yes.
Rui. You mean Rui?
Yeah,
I was
Rui.
imagining him with the Lakers. I forgot it. He got
Yeah,
traded.
he getting traded.
Yeah, look at him, bro. He's a phenomenal shot blocker.
man, he said he could have been good on the Lakers.
He could have been eyed on
Oh,
the
you know
Lakers.
who he look like?
What?
A defensive Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
That's
What
it.
up?
Could have been
I
eyed
said
on the
that,
Lakers.
Chris.
Oh, he ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah,
He got a
could've
motor.
been, but you got a top 5 point guard.
Yeah, he
instead.
got a motor, but that's nah. He ain't gonna be doing that in the NBA.
Nah, body too small.
Yeah, he weighed like 165.
Mm-hmm.
He'll put weight on.
You know what? Look, and this is why me and BZ love the fucking summer league because motherfucker, summer league is not a barometer if they're gonna be an all-star or superstar or not. It's a barometer to be like, oh, you can compete at this level even with your deficiencies.
Correct.
You don't have the body, the IQ, all of this, but the talent. If you have the talent, it comes forward.
Right.
And then you can see from day to day who adjusts the best. So who's mentally tough? You could have a horrible fucking day.
Yeah.
But you could come back the next day and be like, who the fuck is this? I didn't see him play. Oh, no, you did. He just was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Summer League. And guys like him, we'll see. Can you affect the game? Are people changing shots? Because I think for a shot blocker, people don't give enough credit to changing a shot. It's not a stat. I wish it was. Just like a QB hurry. What the fuck is a QB hurry?
Yeah.
Like how do you quantify that? Right? I don't know how you do it, but the NBA need to figure out how to quantify change shots.
Right.
Because that is extremely valuable on defense.
That's kind of crazy because the Wizards would have had a top pick, so they made it to the playoffs and kind of paying for it. They didn't really do shit in the playoffs. They got there, great, but then you get there and now you don't.
That's why being 10th through 7th in the NBA sometimes is NBA purgatory, man, because you're not good enough to get a high draft pick, but you're not bad enough you're not good enough to compete for a championship, and you're not bad enough to get a high draft pick. So you're kind of in that in-between zone where it's like,
and then you gotta hope that you got.
Yeah, they are paying in an ironic way. They are paying for it.
Yeah, because they can't. He's Isaiah Jackson. He's not going to move the needle.
Nope.
One way or the other.
And this
He's
is
a good. He's good for depth.
Kyle Kuzma to the rescue.
And this is, oh my God. And this is why GMs need to grow a fucking pair of balls and trade Bradley Beal. I don't give a fuck what Bradley Beal says that he wants to stay. He wants to
They
take
gotta
us.
move him. Yeah.
That you have to.
It's over.
If you're not competing for a championship, trade him.
100%.
Because he brings nothing to you.
Exactly. Because let's say Bradley Beal balls out again, and let's say he averages 35 a game because he led the league in scoring. Most people don't know that. Right? Did he? Didn't he?
Steph beat him.
Oh, he was up there.
No, Steph
he was
beat
up
him.
there. He was like top 3.
Yeah, Steph caught him.
Steph got him on the last night. Or
Yeah,
okay,
Steph caught him.
but either way, right? If Bradley Beal gets you to the playoffs again, that's bad. Making the playoffs with this type of roster is not a good thing.
Keon to the Clippers.
We know that
That's what they traded.
Keon to the Clippers.
Bradley Beal. We know that Bradley Beal cannot lead this in the play.
Hey, it's in the check.
No,
Keon
listen.
to the-
Potentially.
He is
If
It is
injuries and shit happen,
for the 25th overall pick in the future.
so how you feel?
I'm pissed, bro. But hold on, actually, you know what?
Who they
you know
got
what?
pick?
You know what? I'm in Leon. I trust.
It did, like I said, it didn't make sense to me.
But who did the Knicks get back?
We got the 25th pick in the first round and a future second round pick.
That's
So
fine.
so
That's
you
okay.
Get, so you get a player every time.
No.
That's
I didn't get
okay.
a player.
That's
I think,
okay.
I don't know why they stockpiling on these second round picks unless they trying to make a
But
bigger
it's
trade.
Thibodeau.
It's a deep draft.
Thibodeau.
And they may get some overseas talent for
It's
later.
And it's a deep
Thibodeau.
draft.
Yeah.
And it's a deep draft.
Look at
But you had a good player.
No. I get you that. I understand it. I understand the frustration. No, he is. He thought he was gonna have a highlight.
I was about to leave. I was about to smile on my face driving home. Like Knicks did right.
And it's like having all the lottery numbers but one.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No, it's not. It's like winning the lottery and realize that the world about to end.
No, you win the lottery, and 100 other people did too. So your cut is like $1,000.
I win the lottery on Black Friday.
but you're in a class action lawsuit, you got $4.32.
When you look at
For
Thibodeau,
Black Monday.
Thibodeau has had a lot of success with later first round picks and second round picks. So to me, Thibodeau has influence in that organization right now. So I think that this is more of a Thibodeau move than anything. Why? Another thing, Thibodeau doesn't like playing young players that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of, moved that to another year. Like, hey, we ain't got no, we're going to keep what we got. You know what I'm saying? We just keep moving forward. So I think this has Thibodeau's fingerprints all over it.
Isaiah Jackson is going to the Pacers.
Damn.
Well, I guess we got the replacement for Miles Turner.
Damn, Wizards.
I like Sharif. I like Day'Ron Sharp. I like Jared Butler.
Cam Thomas is a beast.
Is good too. I like all
I'm
those
surprised
guys.
that dude.
The only thing I see left is Cameron Thomas or Gerard Butler for the Knicks. That's the only thing I can see.
Man, Sharif is
I
nice.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sharif is who I would want.
I can't speak for
Cam
Sharif.
Thomas. I'm surprised Cam Thomas is still there. Cam Thomas is nice. Butler, he had the health issue. He had the heart issue, I think. Butler. So
but Butler was the playmaker for that Baylor team.
He was.
And he's a really good shooter.
Reggie with the super chat. Reggie said the draft is going to be remembered as the DeBarge family draft night. Light skinned brothers back. We back in style. Yeah, y'all are. Drink more water.
What were we talking about before the Knicks pick or the Knicks trade?
Oh, he run hard.
Yeah.
He should be in the Olympics. Look at that. Look at him.
Before the Knicks trade?
Look at him.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Dang, man. I knew. I can't even think right now.
It was a good conversation. Damn,
It
I
really
forgot what the fuck it was.
What were we talking about before the Knicks trade?
Damn. Fuck. What were we talking about? Bradley Beal and the Wizards. Bradley Beal and the Wizards. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, let me give you these super chats real quick. Drink more water said Keon Johnson is another Iman Shumpert.
But Iman was very solid.
Keon Johnson
until he hurt his knee.
Yeah, I feel he was underutilized in a lot of places, but I liked him.
He's a decent rapper.
Okay.
Dame is a decent rapper.
Yeah.
Iman, leave the music to your wife, bro.
You ain't like his mixtapes.
Nah, I like them on the one song with her. What you got, Oblivion Radio? I don't see what you said.
Isaiah sent them to the Wizards, and the Wizards sent them to Indiana.
I don't know what the Wizards are doing.
What did I tell y'all, bro? I was like, this. I told y'all this draft is gonna be full of hella trades. Nobody really is. Everybody's keep on talking about it's a deep draft, but nobody want to keep these.
Deep.
Nobody want to keep these niggas though.
Well, you moving them because people need different things, so you can move them around.
That, and there's so much depth in this draft that you feel like, okay, I got a Keon Johnson. I could get another Keon Johnson.
Correct.
I got this guy. I could get another guy like similar to this. So that's why
and get an extra draft pick with it.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's no difference.
A second round pick? We don't need no second round fucking pick.
There's not much different from 16 to 25. That's the same thing.
I'm hot. All right.
Niggas,
I ain't gonna be happy until summer league. You'll see me. Hey, I was ready to say, go New York, go.
You're gonna be really mad when they pick up some dude sitting in Lithuania for the next 2 years with a 25th pick.
I will say we did sign that dude from Argentina though. I fuck with him.
Hey, if y'all get a chance, go back and watch this show again so y'all can watch Nick's reaction when the Knicks traded.
Priceless.
Bro, I'm hurt.
So how do y'all feel? Obviously I wasn't here, but how do y'all feel about Cade going to Detroit?
Solid
Love
move.
it.
That's what I wanted.
He's a great move. He's a great player, man.
What about Jalen going to who would pick number
Houston.
2? Yeah, Houston.
Houston got hella picks this
They
draft.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Well, shit, they needed to. You got rid of James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got your James Harden replacement.
They loading up.
Yeah. You got to.
With talent. And they got a nice young roster. Who you think has the best young roster, Houston or Detroit?
Detroit.
That's a good question.
Detroit.
I don't know, man.
I would go with Detroit based off of
Houston has more known commodities right now, I think, on their roster than Detroit.
The reason why I say Detroit, Houston still has a couple of veteran guys that I feel that you should get rid of. A la John Wall. Now, I don't think nobody's going to buy that contract. Personally,
gonna be there.
I'd buy it out.
He gonna be there.
Like,
You stretch it or buy it out.
Yep.
Yeah, but just be done with it.
Yep.
They still paying James Harden, ain't they? Or that contract got moved?
Nah,
No, they got unloaded.
It's not like the NFL. Like once you make a trade, well, I take that back. Sometimes teams can be on the hook, but it's special caveats like injuries and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Sometimes a team may not have to pay the full cost of that contract. Insurance will pick that up and things like that. So there are caveats, but for the most part, the team that person is signed to pays that contract.
I like Christian Wood. And I like
Porter.
I think Houston's
Porter.
got a little bit more known
yeah.
commodities, but I think both of them. With Detroit, I don't know if we know what all these pieces are yet. Similar. I mean, they're both similar situations. I just think that you know a little bit more about what
Houston
Houston's
picking
got
again?
than Detroit.
Yeah, I told you they got hella picks.
Yeah, I would take Sharif here, and I'd trade John Wall.
They got 3 picks in the first round in the top 20, top 25.
And this is perfect for Houston, man. If you're a young team in a rebuild like this is what you want. You want draft picks.
But
You want as many picks as you can get.
I
and just
usually
throw as
am
many.
skeptical of that though, because sometimes motherfuckers just be picking niggas just because they got the picks. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't really do the
Yeah, that
scouting.
too, but I think but that's what you do when you're rebuilding, man. You're just trying to see what sticks.
In the
So
same
you're trying
draft,
you're trying to
though?
develop and
Usually you want that shit spread out.
yeah, it's yes and no. I mean, there's no exact science to it, but I think if you're Houston right now, you're just gonna need to come away with as many talented players as you can and see who's a part of the solution and who's someone that you could either use as depth or as a trade bait for later.
Damn, so y'all traded
That's
both
it.
of y'all first round picks, Nick. That's crazy.
I told you Thibodeau don't like playing young players. They were drafting a little too high in a deep draft where these guys are going to be good enough to play, and Thibodeau don't want to play those guys.
I just really do feel bad for Nick though, because for you to
Houston
watch this guy, scout this guy.
I was scouting, man. That's the reason I'm hurt, nigga. I took
Y'all
time out of my
pick-
day to
this is
scout.
It's like they read your mind.
I think if the Knicks pick a young player,
All right, y'all.
I think if the Knicks pick a young player, I think Thibodeau probably wants somebody that can help him right now. So I can see maybe a Butler with that pick. He probably feel like, oh, Butler can come in and
Well, it
he's
depends
already
on
an
what
NBA
Houston
shooter
get.
right now.
That's true.
We need a shooting guard though. We need somebody who can
I
score.
want to see who Philly pick and who the Suns pick and who the Bucks pick.
Connor Pearson Ward with the super chat. Connor said, according to
Bucks
Shams,
don't have a first round pick.
They don't?
No,
There you go.
they have the first pick in the second round. They have the number 31 pick.
that's the same
Where did they
thing.
pick up?
They probably traded
They
it.
traded for
They
Drew
got
Holiday or some
Drew
shit.
Holiday.
Oh, okay.
According to Shams, the Celtics, Bulls, and Raptors have interest in Lonzo Ball. We know where FIFA want him to go, to the Bulls.
Yeah.
The Celtics, Bulls, and Raptors.
Yes.
He would be best
But I
going
thought
to
he
the
was going to
Celtics.
the- I thought he was going to.
I
the-
th-
He'd be
go ahead.
better with Boston.
thought he was going
I
to
would
the
go to
Hornets.
Boston. I would go to
I
Boston.
wouldn't go
We'll
with
see.
Boston.
What do you mean?
Why not?
I would go either to the Raptors or the
Hell
Bulls.
no.
Lonzo?
Nah.
Lonzo?
Nah.
Boston is
Lonzo
perfect for him. You got
Boston
Tatum and
is perfect.
Jalen Brown
Yeah,
there. You
to
got
me,
Marcus
Boston,
Smart.
Chicago.
Yes.
He's a
In that order.
Nice.
he's a middle class
That's what
Marcus
people
Smart.
been saying.
What do you mean by middle class Marcus Smart?
They already have with him what they like. He the same nigga. Like what we talking
Well,
about?
he's a starter. Marcus Smart is good.
He ain't gonna
coming
start
out the
over
bench.
Marcus Smart.
No,
will
Marcus
he?
Smart.
He
Yeah,
would start
Marcus
over
was a-
Marcus
yeah,
Smart.
Lonzo's a true point
Ah,
guard,
get
though.
the fuck
Lonzo's
out
a
of
true
here.
point
And that's
guard.
how I know. That's how I know you don't watch. That's how I know.
How I don't
Lonzo's
watch?
legit
How do I
a
watch?
true
Because you
point
keep
guard.
talking about a nigga who the
Marcus
team that
Smart
is the
don't start
all.
anyway.
They don't want him. You keep talking all this shit about Lonzo. Why don't nobody want him?
People
Why don't
want
nobody
him.
want
Lonzo is
him?
a true point guard.
They
though.
want him.
Well, who?
That's 3 teams that have
Right there.
interest
Yeah,
in him.
and every other team, every year we talk about 3 teams that want the nigga. Nobody want him. He's shitty. He a
Well,
bust.
y'all niggas ain't want
Tripping right
Keon.
now. Nick, you're tripping, bro.
Like, what are we talking about here?
What did
Man,
you
you
talk
know,
about?
number one, you wouldn't have got your title if we didn't let that nigga go. So then what you talking about? You want to keep him? No, you
wanna keep
didn't.
him,
You was
yes.
ready. You took your hat off and said, salute, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here.
But Lonzo should go, I think, in the order should be Boston, Chicago, then Toronto.
I agree.
Who is this?
Josh
Josh Christopher.
Oh, Jacob. They got Jacob? Oh, shit. Okay, Houston, I see you. I like this dude. He played high school ball with the next Kyrie Irving.
He like to do because he was associated with it.
hey, Dior Johnson.
That's what I want to know.
Who is he? Who is this nigga?
His nickname is Jacob. They played
Who's the next?
Dior Johnson going to
Dior
Duke.
Johnson.
Okay.
Dior Johnson. Okay.
Dior Johnson. Look him up. Oh my God.
He going to Duke. He going to Duke.
Yeah, he is.
So Jacob.
Yeah,
Also,
Jacob.
he ain't
That's
gonna
his
be nothing
nickname.
then. He ain't gonna be.
But see, the thing, okay, so I like and dislike this guy because he is one of these guys that's a volume guy, very volatile, but I love the mentality. I love the tenacity.
So he's Harden.
No, because Harden is more skillful than him. But he's more Russell Westbrook. He's more Russell Westbrook. Crazy athleticism for the height, explosive, takes bad shots, but then makes it up. So as a coach, you would have to reason with him and live with the mistakes. But the upside is there. So I like him. I don't know. I don't know, but I like him.
You said it. You said his name at first like he was a dog.
No, I said because I like him. Because I like him. I followed him from high. I followed him.
He's gonna give you a headache, man.
Yeah, I followed him a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's certain guys that I follow.
Hey, but Dior Johnson is legit.
Yes. Hey, when I
look him Manny, up, Ken. According to everybody,
look him up, Ken.
According to everybody in the chat.
And what school he going to though?
Oregon is what they saying in the chat.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he is going to Oregon. He got time to
decommit.
But Dior, man,
I thought Dior was going.
He ain't signed no letter of intent yet.
He is the next. I haven't seen. Go ahead, Ken. You gonna see it.
I'm looking now. I just pulled him up.
You gonna see it.
Wait, is it DYOR?
No, DIOR.
Okay.
Just like the upscale brand.
So, black people with their names, man.
Yeah, you know how it is.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's a great night for the Hornets.
You ain't been saying shit about none of them picks.
Yeah, we got a couple players we wanted.
Boy, he been real quiet.
I like him.
The trade. I was like, yeah, talk about that trade. He was like, he ain't say shit. The Knicks made that trade with him. Exactly.
Hey, Ken, Dior's layup package, ridiculous. Handles, ridiculous. Passing, ridiculous. Shot making, ridiculous. He makes a whole bunch of shit you're not supposed to. Quavo and I was an actor. I can't remember who, but Quavo and somebody else put up to his high school game when them two was playing together.
All right,
Still got time to
Clippers. Who y'all giving to the Knicks, bro? It better be Tom
Roscoe Nesferovich.
Roscoe
Nesferovich.
Hey, Nick, how would you grade the Knicks draft so far? Oh, Kai Jones, that's right.
Quentin Grimes. Who the fuck is this?
Oh, Quentin Grimes is nice,
bro.
He played at Kansas and he was
from Houston.
Score. He can shoot.
He's 6'5".
He used to be in Kansas.
I like him.
Nice.
He played at Kansas. He
I got to do my scout.
Yeah. No,
he looks like a Thibodeau player. He looks like a Thibodeau player.
He plays defense. He's solid.
He's a guy that can come in, play defense. He's a little bit of a shooter. Yeah, he's a Thibodeau player. Like I said, he wants somebody that can help him right away.
Quentin Grimes is
He
nice.
probably felt like that Keon Johnson
And
dude wasn't ready yet.
That Houston team was tough and gritty, and he can score. He's a New York guy. He'll play good in New York.
I'll do my scout.
The only issue I would have with that, Nick, is that y'all have a lot of those guys already.
We getting rid of a lot of those guys this offseason.
But like you said, shot making, defensive toughness is what they scout him on, and that's true.
But they kind of have those guys already.
Who's their shooter like that?
What's his face? My man, with the dreads. What's his face? God damn, what is this nigga's name? No,
D Rose got dreads.
That's the only one with
they got Alex Berg. They got
Alex Berg.
Yeah, they got Alex Berg.
I know,
but no, that's not him.
They're shooting. What the? He was on the Lakers. He was on the Bulls, I believe. Not D Rose, but God damn it!
If
Somebody
you
in the
can't
chat.
think of him, he don't count.
The Knicks shooting guard.
No, I know you're talking about
Starting
from Carolina. You talking about he's not. But no. Reggie Bullock. But that
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock.
No. Grimes is a great pick.
Y'all player comparisons. I swear. Y'all be really
Quentin Grimes is another.
Y'all be acting like
Reggie
these is compliments. But these are
Grimes is Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock played with the Knicks. And that was his best season shooting ever. And I still say
he's similar in that type. Is he going to be exactly that? No, but I'm saying he's that similar type of player. Plays defense, hits open shots, does a little bit of everything. That's who Quentin Grimes is. That's not gonna be no superstar.
A journeyman. That's what he is.
Yeah, you say he ain't shit. He ain't gonna crack the rotation.
Nah, he can shoot. I like this guy.
He can shoot. He is Reggie Bullock.
I like him. He's not Reggie Bullock.
I don't want no Reggie
Bullock.
We ain't give up Keon Johnson for Reggie Bullock.
He's not Reggie Bullock.
For baby Reggie Bullock.
No, he's not Reggie Bullock.
He thought hard about that one.
No, I like this guy. Like I said, he comes from a winning.
I got to do my
He was winning. He was winning at Kansas, and he was winning at Houston.
He seemed like a solid guy.
He is. I'm watching Slam.
According to
highlights. I
Bleacher
don't think he's
Report,
doing
Beal
it
has no
justice.
desire to leave. That was 3 hours ago.
Send
I
me
don't know
something
how
good.
accurate that is.
You think Figo hyping a nigga?
Anybody can put this damn highlight package together. I don't like the Slam highlights. I want to see. Let me see this Bleacher Report. No, that's 2019. I want to see Kyrie. I don't see Kyrie.
You said what was you watching?
Slam.
From a year ago?
I guess.
The top 50 plays? Is that what you was watching?
Let me go back. Let me see. I'll tell you in a second.
Sharif Cooper is still on the board.
No, I said Dior Johnson looking like a baby Dame Lillard. That was the one. It was a month ago.
Okay. I'm gonna just send you.
I know it's off subject, but we didn't talk about the Dodgers got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner from the Nationals.
What?
So they did get him?
How the hell they pull that off?
Yeah, they got him.
Prospect?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they gave him the 2 best prospects.
It's worth it.
So the Dodgers got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. That tells me Bauer is out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a wrap.
That's crazy,
He's done.
man.
But you know the thing is, they're gonna have to pay him the rest of that contract. He's gonna opt into that deal unless they find a way to rid themselves of the salary because unless he takes a plea deal or whatever, like unless he gets caught up with this legal shit, I don't see them getting rid of that money.
I didn't realize Sharif Cooper averaged 20 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was balling, but I didn't see him averaging.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had 8 assists.
You know, and he's a pass first point guard too.
Mm-hmm.
He could score. You know, in McEachern, his team needed him to score, so he was their leading scorer.
Mm-hmm.
In Auburn, you know, they needed him to score, so he scored. But he's really a pass first guy.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna be out. I gotta do my scouting report.
All right.
Hey, niggas not happy right now.
You leaving already?
That is the most. Hey, that is the most sad exit I've ever seen in my life. Mark this spot.
Nick was like,
please
I'm done.
mark this one so we can go. I gotta go home and feed my cat.
I like that one. That
I'm
was
going home, guys. I'm done.
Matt Miller with the super chat. Matt Miller said Bill is okay with being a loser if that's true.
Okay. I don't know what Bill is up to.
What number you at, Ken?
43.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch when you see 40. And then the mentality he a dog. Like he want to destroy people. And the highlights that you're seeing, he was a freshman. This is his freshman year. .38 is nasty too.
The Nuggets are picking now. It's gonna be Cameron Thomas.
Who just picked Cam Thomas?
No, I'm guessing.
Woo. Watch when you see 36.
Oh, they picked Nashawn Bones Highland.
Who was that?
I don't know.
I think this is his sophomore
He
year.
is long and lanky. He looked like Burton.
Nah, this is his freshman year.
Mm.
Watch when you see 34.
Oh, look at that wingspan. God, dog.
33. Watch when you get to 33.
This high school, right?
High school. This is his freshman year. And he's nastier now.
You got time.
Woo, look at 30. Watch when you see 30. And then look at the look on his face when he's retreating. Woo. Number 29. Oh my goodness.
Oh, D'Antoni's leaving.
Brooklyn?
Yep.
Yeah, he's out.
So Brooklyn gonna need a new head coach, huh?
On 28, that's Jacob that gave him the assist. the one that just got drafted to Houston. Yeah, his vision is crazy too. Ooh, watch number 25. Ooh, my God. The movie he did on number 25, he has perfected that now because I've seen highlights of his sophomore year, and obviously throughout the year I've been watching him. Ken, ridiculous. That little nigga nice, man. This little nigga nice, man. He nice. He nice, bro. He the next Kyrie, bro. I haven't seen somebody outside of Kyrie that when I watch them make moves, he don't practice that. Like I've seen him in open gym, I've seen him in high school, I've seen him play against, pro guys. Like you can't stop him. You can't stop. He does whatever he wants on that court every time.
Mac Miller with the super chat. Mac Miller said, early predictions of who have the better career of the top 3 drafted.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I'm going to say Jalen Green.
Cade.
Give me Cade.
I'm going to go Cade.
Okay. I think both of them are going to be special.
Yeah, they're
so
going to be good.
I
Well, no, I'm going to go Jalen because I didn't like the shade.
Cade.
Hey, let me be the old man in the room. Like, come on, man.
I like Mobley though too. Mobley's special.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Mobley's special.
16 as well. Like I said, tough shot maker.
Yeah, I'll probably watch a lot more college now that it's not impacted by COVID. Or wherever the G League.
Watch 15. The alley-oop was to Jacob. 15 is stupid.
We got that.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, this little nigga nasty, man. Well, he ain't little. He young. Let me say young nigga. What number you at?
That was 15.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was talking about that step back on.
Ticklo, you need to get that checked out, man. Try to figure out why it ain't letting you super chat. Maybe you need to log out, log right back in.
Oh, he got some intensity.
Mm-hmm. Number 11 was the game that Quavo and them was at. That was the play that everybody went crazy. Ja Morant. It was Quavo and Ja Morant pulled up to the game.
Oh. Nice step back.
We got a super chat from Chief Miyagi. Chief Miyagi asked, when will Michael Porter Jr. break out?
Which one? 11.
Mm-hmm.
You think next year will be the year that he breaks out?
Next year. He wanted it this year. They held him back, though. He's still like the third guy on that team. He is ready, though. He's ready. But Murray and Joker there, man, it's going to be hard. But
Ooh, look at number 6. Oh, my God. And that's what he's doing more of.
Oh, you got a YouTube Red, don't you?
Yep.
That's why I kept getting these commercials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got rid of them commercials, bro.
Or what do they call it? Premium now?
Premium.
Yeah.
How much is premium?
It's like $12 a month, something like that.
What you get with that?
No commercials, and then you could listen to it in the background. So like I could cut it off and still hear it, so it's like a podcast.
Yeah, I need to do that, man.
Ooh, okay. Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the creators still get paid when you do that too.
Mm-hmm. They do.
I think they get paid a little bit more actually.
So the Nets are selected now.
Number 1 is stupid too. That's what makes him the next Kyrie.
This would be a good pick for. Place for old boy from LSU.
Who's picking now? I turned it off for a second.
The Nets.
See, he's 6'3", so he'll definitely be dunking more than Kyrie.
Cameron Thomas would be my pick here.
Okay.
Was that number one?
That was two.
But you got to replace
number one.
You got to replace Landry Shamet. They did pick Cameron Thomas to replace Landry Shamet.
That's a good pickup for them.
I figured that.
That is a good pickup.
He on the radar. I'll keep tabs on him.
Should've went to Duke.
Johnson.
Dior Johnson, bro. The next Kyrie Irving.
So he's replacing Shamet?
Yeah, that's what that pickup was.
Oh,
and he's a better Shamet. Is what
and what makes sense is Shamet is going to be up for an extension. He's first year rookie.
Correct.
So you don't have to worry about the money.
And if one of those guys go down, he can kind of. I ain't gonna say he can replace him, but you know what I mean. He can slide in
and then you got veterans at the wing position in terms of James Harden, Dinwiddie, Kyrie that obviously you can learn from.
But that's why I said the Shamet move was more of a financial one than basketball one.
You know, sometimes you got to see what happens after the move, right? Because then it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Okay, cool. I get why you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? You getting this guy. Obviously, he a stroker. Look, he not even touching the rim.
I don't know how he fell that far.
Because he doesn't really have that
I see that.
He doesn't have that sexy game or whatever that people that you know what I mean.
He a role player. This is what I need you to do. Do it at a high level. I don't need you to do nothing else. I don't need you to get no 8 assists. Play defense as good as you can. Make these shots.
Trey Durant, Michael Beasley.
Oh, these are freshmen. Freshmen. We got a couple super chats. Presto T. Presto T said, I like Michael Beasley. That was my guy. Presto T said, positive LA news for Manny. The Lakers are done paying Luol Deng after this year. Fun fact, Manny. He was the 6th highest paid player last year. That's crazy.
I know.
Shout out to LA and his and Manny and his Duke guy.
I wonder if Big Country's still getting paid. Because I know he had a crazy deal like that too.
Yes.
There's a couple of retired motherfuckers still getting paid.
Is Bobby Bonilla still getting paid?
Allen Houston.
Maybe.
Yes.
Is Bobby Bonilla
was still getting paid by the Knicks, right?
He might still be.
I think Allen Houston. Wasn't Gilbert Arenas still being paid by the Wizards for a while?
For a long time he was.
I think it's over now though.
I mean, listen, nothing will ever top Bobby Bonilla, but you know, it's close.
There he is.
34% from the free throw line. That is crazy. This right here.
Flavian Zero said Cade, SB, Moody, Dayron from the same Montverde team. God, dog, I didn't realize they all played in the same team. I like Dayron. Dayron is a nice ball player.
Of course you like that niggas. No, he not though. He's straight.
All right.
Mac Miller with the super chat said early NBA awards predictions.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
MVP, Russell Westbrook.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Stick a lion.
Oh man.
Oh, we gonna do that. Let me just tell you the players that are still getting paid. Kevin Garnett is still getting paid by Boston.
Damn.
Money owed since retiring, $35 million. He's paid until 22-23.
Jesus.
Josh Smith got paid until 19-20.
Damn, Josh Smith.
Monte Ellis is still getting paid by the Indiana Pacers. He's paid until 21-22.
Nigga, I'd be mad as fuck if I was the owner. I'm looking at my books and Monte Harris is still collecting the check.
Anderson Varejao got paid until this year.
Jesus.
By the Golden State Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, you're gonna feel it.
That's crazy.
Larry Sanders is still getting paid by the Milwaukee Bucks until 21-22.
And he quit.
Larry Sanders. I thought
Well,
she was about
mental
to say
health was
Michael Redd.
That's
Larry
crazy.
Sanders.
They're not gonna trade Ben Simmons.
Andrew Nicholson. Do y'all remember Andrew Nicholson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's getting paid by the Portland Trailblazers until 2023, 2024. He ain't played in the NBA since 16.
Jesus.
That's crazy. Now that's crazy.
As far as early awards,
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, obviously tonight. I'm gonna go with Cade.
Give me Cade.
Rookie of the Year.
I'm gonna go with Jalen.
Although,
actually,
I can see Jalen getting it, but I'm gonna go with Cade. MVP, Giannis.
nah. I think they want to give it to LeBron. I think if LeBron stay healthy, I think he'll get it. They've been wanting to give it to LeBron. They wanted to give it to him last year. He just got hurt.
Yeah. I think players like that, like Giannis and LeBron, they have their windows where they can get all their awards. I think this is that Giannis period where
I think, yeah, but Giannis already
they're
got
gonna get-
two. I think they're done with him.
But I think Giannis. My reasoning for
Nope,
Giannis,
I got
think
it.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm. Who you got?
Embiid. It was his last year. Yeah, it'll be Embiid next year.
If he can stay
I
healthy.
think Giannis. And as far as defensive player of the year, I don't know. Gobert.
Nah, after his playoffs, he'll
I'm just
never
naming
win.
somebody.
I know.
Defensive player of the year shifts.
He'll never win
No, you know
defensive
what?
player of the year again.
You know what? Anthony Davis. He should have won it. He should have won it last year.
That was my pick.
I think Anthony Davis is going to come back for 1 year. Now, who knows? But for 1 year, I think Anthony Davis is going to come back motivated. I think he's going to come back healthy, and I think he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Who is this?
And then
James Springer could score too.
Nice.
so that's AD, Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP,
Short arms though.
Rookie of the Year, Cade.
Those are some short arms.
Most Improved Player, Kyle Kuzma. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
You might be right though.
Yes, sir.
You might be right.
Nah. Damn, Most Improved Player. That's always a hard one. Shit. Most Improved Player.
We're gonna get him. Hey, that's a good question, Mac Miller. Let's give us until next week to answer that question.
Give us to the start of free agency.
Yeah, I might want to do a video on that actually.
Yeah.
We got a guy here that could probably help with that. That'd actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that will be fun. Yeah,
that way we can think about it instead of coming off the cuff. Sebastian Pierre.
Just to answer your question, I'm a Most Improved Player, Kyle Kuzma.
Manny, Sebastian Pierre with the super chat said, Manny, are you at least happy the Lakers didn't sign Chris Paul? Yeah. LOL.
Damn. It's like, yeah, I am happy that we at least didn't sign Chris Paul, but I'm not happy overall still. So it's kind of whatever. It was kind of a damn. It was really a double-edged sword. It's like I'm damned either way. So
which one would you rather had, Chris Paul or Russ? I
think from a fit perspective, for basketball reasons, I would rather have Chris Paul than Russell Westbrook. I don't know. I worry about the fit with Russell Westbrook and LeBron, man. I worry about the fit because it's like LeBron is still ball dominant. Even at his advanced age, is still very much ball dominant. So now you're telling Russell Westbrook to not be ball dominant. You're going to have Russell Westbrook play off the ball. We saw that happen in Houston. That really didn't work out. Like, that's my biggest issue with it. Yeah, are the Lakers, they have bigger names than they were. You know, are they a better team? Probably. But I don't know, man. Like I told you last week, like, honestly, I don't feel like the Lakers needed to make a lot of big wholesale changes. Like, I don't feel like the roster was inadequate to win a championship. I think if Anthony Davis and LeBron James are healthy, or even 75% of what they were, I think we get back to a finals. So I think that
I just really had concerns about KCP disappearing after they asked him about his 3-point shooting. I'll never forget that.
Listen, I don't care about KCP because KCP is replaceable. I didn't want to make it sound like I was all like, oh my God, KCP. KCP is replaceable. I'm saying this like KCP was your only consistent 3-point shooter, and now you traded him, and now you have to replace him. And I know everybody acts like, oh, you could just find shooting anywhere. Yeah, but everybody in the league is going to be looking for shooting. So you're just going to be competing with a bunch of motherfuckers to try to get a shooter. The issue I had, like, I was in the minority. Like, I don't mind Dennis Schroeder. Like, Dennis Schroeder had a good season all the way up until his second COVID situation. If anybody remembers, anybody that watched the Lakers, like, Dennis Schroeder wasn't the problem. He actually played well for a long period of the season. It was until he got COVID the second time, and then he was out, and then I don't think he ever kind of caught his legs from under him. I think the issue with the Lakers were when they got Drummond. When they got Drummond, a lot of cats in the locker room were like, yo, what? Like, what are we doing here? Like, because then that not only that affect Gasol, but that also affected Harrell.
Hey, Dennis is in Russ's shadow again. I know he mad about that. Like, I can't escape this dude.
Yeah, Dennis is out of there. Nah, man, KCP was really, really bad for the rest of that season. Like, he lost his confidence. And Kuzma, you know, he just wasn't ready to fill that void. He was better as a role player on that team, doing all the other little things that they needed him to do. But I think when he had to step into a scoring role, I think, and then go back to that, I think it messed with his head. Harrell, we already know what happened to him. You already talked about that. He got jacked up. So I think that, I don't know what they're going to replace those dudes with, you know, in terms of, but you can find a Harrell. You can, I don't know.
Yeah, you can find a Harrell.
Because KCP, he did play a lot of good defense. So can you find a two-way guy that can, you know, shoot at a 41% from three and play defense?
And him and LeBron
like
had a really good chemistry. I know he didn't play well at the end of last year, but him and LeBron have a good chemistry. So that's always something that I think about. Him and LeBron always have a good chemistry. So that you're gonna have to replace that. I've always liked the Harrell move. I've always liked Montrezl Harrell because Montrezl Harrell gave you insurance in case AD. When AD would go down for periods of time, Montrezl Harrell gave you that. Now you don't have that, so that's a little bit of a concern. But hey, man, we'll see. I'm a Laker fan. I'm still gonna rock with my squad, but I have concerns.
Yeah, I really want to see how they fill this roster out.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I want to see how they build this roster out.
No, I'm not worried about it. I just want to see what moves they make. I'm really curious.
We got a super chat from Mac Miller. Mac Miller, what's happening again? Appreciate you. Do you think Watson getting traded? If so, where?
Oh, Deshaun Watson?
I don't see him getting traded. I just don't see him getting traded. Like,
I think the Dolphins are a perfect storm right now, right? Like the arguably one of the best corners, if not the best corner, Xavier Howard, is disgruntled with his contract situation. Dolphins still got hella draft picks, and they have a quarterback that they can give up in that trade as well. So you get a top 2 corner in the league. You get a promising young QB. You know, I'm not saying that he's going to be Mahomes. I'm not saying he's going to be Sam Darnold. I don't know. Right. The jury is still out, but I think, you know, before his injury, he was unquestionably the number 1 pick of his draft. You know, so I think that you add a couple of draft picks on top of that, you make that move.
They run sharp. That's
would you make that move not knowing all the uncertainty surrounding Deshaun Watson? That's the case. Because everything else is fine. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Manny, like when has Deshaun Watson not been Deshaun Watson?
No, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the legal stuff with Deshaun Watson. Listen, I know Deshaun Watson can play. That's not even an argument.
To me, look, and me and Ken, we've talked, you know, behind scenes, off camera about this. I know it's sensitive, right? So I don't want to go out there and then people come at me. But it is what it is. I'm gonna just speak my mind and how I feel about the situation. I don't think 100% of all of those allegations are true. I think the timing of it was very peculiar as to how it went down, the shadiness of the lawyer that is representing these women as well, and then the majority of them haven't even filed actual legalities regarding the situation. So that's why I don't believe that it's as serious as it looks on paper or just through the media and the headlines. So even if he misses, let's just say he misses half of this season. Let's say he misses the entire season. It's still worth the damn trade.
Yeah.
Because Deshaun Watsons don't grow on trees.
Yeah, he's a top
I agree with you.
quarterback.
You know,
And this is strictly this is not a conversation of him as a player because we all know when he's on the field, he's Deshaun Watson. I don't know if I was an owner, if I was a GM, I don't know. I'm looking at and look, they may have more information than we obviously will ever have, but I would be skeptical about making that deal because I don't know what I'm getting. I make that trade and then okay, let's say okay, yeah, you're right, probably 12, out of the 12, maybe 2 are legit, but those 2 could be some serious shit. Who knows? He could be facing jail time. He could be I don't even want to whatever. That's what my concern would be. It's like, yo, I don't know what his situation is from a legal standpoint. Yeah. So is it worth that risk of making that trade right now?
It is because probably what'll happen is that he'll miss half a season. There won't be any criminal charges, but there'll be a settlement, and then it'll go away.
What if he misses all of the season?
Then you still got him.
You're still worth it.
Yep, still worth it.
Because you still got, if you're the Dolphins, you still got Tua.
No, you trade Tua.
Oh, Tua.
You
okay.
trade Tua.
No, you know what you do? You call the Bears.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, you call the Bears.
Nick Foles.
Yep. Hey, can I get Nick Foles? I'll give you 2 third-round picks.
That's it.
The Bears are going to say, hell yeah. And you got you a quarterback for a season.
And I think the reason why I think they're actually working on the settlement. That's probably why it got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't put enough pressure on them to get them to cave, and here we are.
Yep. And at the end of the day, how many, big-time celebrities and athletes and stuff like that, they get sued all the time. And sometimes it's not worth the fact of going to court and all. How much money you want, bro? I bet.
Yeah.
What'd you like about the Darion pick?
Oh, Sharp?
Yeah.
He's just an athletic big man. They needed more size on that front line to go along with. At times we saw Ayton by himself.
And get bodied.
Yeah. And you need some extra size on that front line. He is a center, but he can play the forward. He can play alongside Ayton.
We saw when Saric got hurt, the impact of Saric's size.
Mm-hmm.
So now they
he's a prototypical. He's an old school center. He's a big man. He's actually more athletic than he shows. So it's a decent pick. He's a depth big man. He's a 8th guy on the team. Get your rebounds. Play 10 minutes.
I forgot, Manny, that y'all still have Wesley Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still got Wesley Matthews.
So yeah, he can replace KCP.
Yeah, he could. Younger Wesley Matthews. Yes. Now he looked a little bit long in the tooth last year.
I don't think that was it. I think he wasn't, and he said this at the beginning of the season. He wasn't used to playing that type of role on that team. He was used to being like more of a starter. So I think that was the issue. I think if he has more of an established role this year, and with KCP gone, he could. Now I don't know what they're gonna do about Drummond, and they, you still have THT and of course Caruso. So I think
Caruso's back. Caruso's back. THT is back. Unless
you can bring those 2 back.
Another valuable piece, but now THT becomes even more of a valuable piece.
Well, here's the thing about THT. You may not be able to bring him back because he's a restricted free agent. So if somebody
that's right.
contract.
That's right.
I don't see the Lakers matching that. Caruso definitely though.
Yeah, Caruso's back. I have no concerns about Caruso. I don't know if I'm the Lakers. I would seriously think about having to match THT. I mean, within reason. Now, if some team comes in there, offers THT 5 years at $110 million, then you say no, thank you. But within reason.
I don't know who that is.
As far as Drummond, man,
Memphis is trying to get all the youngins. 21.
How did y'all talk about that on Tuesday? How did y'all like that trade for Memphis and New Orleans?
I liked it. Who said they didn't like it?
I don't know. I don't think I really weighed in.
I said I liked it more for Memphis than New
more
Orleans.
for Memphis than New Orleans.
But I understood it both ways. And this man was a double-double.
Yeah, I see that.
Who is this?
Santi Aldama, forward out of Loyola, Maryland. He
averaged
21 points and 10 rebounds and 2 blocks.
Yeah, he could play.
He's a Utah
He can play.
And they're
going to
trading
Memphis.
into Memphis.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So this is the thing I like about what Memphis is doing in the draft. They're getting guys that could just hoop. Because when you got a point guard like John Morant, if you could just make shots and make a couple plays after I pass you the ball, like I like what Memphis is doing. Even though it's a little counterintuitive, because typically what you try to do is get older.
I like Ayo Dosunmu too. Dosunmu with Illinois.
Yes, I'm surprised he's still on the
and
board.
Livers.
He can get drafted second round.
Yeah, no, just first round. He didn't go in the first round.
I forgot about him though, man. That dude can score. He can put the ball in the basket.
He's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
This draft, I love this draft, man. I think
That's
this
what
is
I
a
said.
lot solid.
This second round could be first rounds in other years.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from I think it's Cast 2. If the Lakers put the ball in Russ's hands while LeBron and AD commit to playing off ball, they'll be fine. If not, it'll be a roller coaster season.
Great for us.
I'm not worried about AD. I'm just worried about LeBron.
Drink more water.
In the sense that he playing off the ball, like LeBron. Obviously, we know LeBron is at his best
kinda
when
wants to
he's
play
got
off
the
the
ball in
ball.
his hands. Then he's
I think
he's
that
all things LeBron.
I think him playing off the ball will help his career extend.
And I think
a
he
little bit
can
longer.
play off the ball. I just don't know if Russell Westbrook can play off the ball. That's the question mark.
We haven't. Yeah,
We saw it in Houston.
yeah. We haven't had it.
work.
Yeah,
They made the playoffs. They went pretty far.
yeah. Dang, I forgot he did play with Harden.
It'll
And
work.
it-
Everybody questioned. And who was the one person said, no, it'll work. It'll work. And it worked. And it wasn't perfect, but it worked. It got you far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, talent speaks volumes.
What else?
So, drink more water. His early season picks, predictions. MVP, he put D. Mitchell. Defensive player of the year, Giannis. Yeah, I agree with that. I forgot about Giannis as defensive player of the
Not
year.
gonna happen.
Rookie of the year, Cade. Most improved player, Killian Hayes. And sixth man of the year, Jordan Clarkson. That's a pretty nice little selection.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. That's
a
good.
good one.
Sixth man is going to be Jordan.
Yeah.
MVP.
We're gonna do a whole show on it.
Okay.
But he can, he can go ahead and give
go
his.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh.
I don't really know.
No, the man did.
I gave it to
Super
Giannis.
chat.
Mac Miller said the Lakers need to bring back Ben McLemore.
And that's another one they can get for cheap. Dirt
Yeah,
cheap.
I mean, yeah, that would be a move I would look to make now that you need the shooters.
He in the moment didn't look too big for him for me. He
a vet
just,
now.
Yeah.
He just needs the opportunity.
He's just not consistent. The thing I don't like about Ben McLemore is he's not consistent. He'll have one of those games where he'll go off and then you have like 5 games in a row where he just.
You describing the Lakers roster last year.
Yep. But at the end of the day, realistically, you don't need too many other guys to be consistent because your big three is going to be consistent. And 2 out of those 3 guys is going to have a good night every night. Two of them. Obviously they're human. All 3 of them aren't always going to have a good game. But shit, you can't tell me that for 60-plus games, LeBron is going to be dominant. And for the other 2 can't, pick and choose which games they're going to be dominant. So they'll be all right, man. I ain't worried about them boys.
Well, all right.
I said we shall see.
Yeah.
What's the over under you think for Luka winning the MVP, kid?
He's not with.
Oh yeah, Luka. He's always got to be a threat.
You know
to
what?
winning
Nah, I
MVP.
think he could be in the running. Honestly,
Relica said white boy summer.
Yeah, I think he could be in. I think if he'll have the numbers, they just need to prop him up.
They got to win.
Yeah. The wins.
Win.
Yeah. It can happen.
If Luka and them are 5th or better in the West, he could win.
Yeah.
But what the hell did they do? That roster, they didn't do nothing.
They got rid of their coach. That's all they
it.
did.
That's not going to be enough. So I don't think they get the wins. Is that Benny?
See. Anyway, it was a great night. A lot of players left to be drafted.
That is Benny.
Oh, that was Benny the Butcher?
Yeah, look.
He booed.
Yeah, Benny on the.
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Hey, man. Clap it up for Griselda, man. Golly, man. That's what's up.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought just a couple years ago, Benny the Butcher would be on ESPN doing the intro?
But we're not doing the second round. Actually, me and FIFA got to do a review because we got to get one to you guys. So yeah, we thank you guys for coming through and hanging in with us as we covered the draft. They're going into the second round right now. As I mentioned earlier, we're not going to do that, but we'll definitely be back next Tuesday to discuss all the latest news, trades, or whatever that happens from then until now. So we'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and get somebody else to take a look at it online, please. Thank you.
Sure. All right, fellas.
All right, man.
All right.
Drink more water. We'll have the whole draft on while FIFA and I are in here working. So yeah, we'll be watching the whole thing. Peace.